Welcome to the Brent and Austen show here, or should I say the Austen and Kasey Summertime Spectacular.
Hey!
Take two.
I hear it.
Yeah. Nothing like waiting until the last minute to get that idea in my head and then have
It's
to
a good one.
play it off my cell phone. I know now, realistically, if we had the button like in the producing studio or even the buttons out here, we could press it ourselves, but it's all good. You guys get the point. So yes, take two, the remix, the sequel of Austen and Kasey's Summertime Spectacular. Didn't play again. Try to play it on my phone. YouTube, let me down.
Are you paying for YouTube?
No, I'm not paying for YouTube.
Well, that's why.
Are you paying for YouTube?
No.
Okay, then.
I'm just saying, like, it works. If you pay for it, it works.
I mean,
every time. No ads, no nothing.
Sure. I feel like since I pay $70 a month for YouTube TV.
Now I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you, unquestioned. There.
Just go ahead and throw in the, YouTube Red Premium, whatever you want to call it, for free.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Because $70 is kind of pricey.
You know what I'm saying?
Kind of pricey. I mean, and we're not talking like the sports packages. We're talking just straight up
basic.
Give me my ESPN, give me my ABC, CBS. Go ahead and give me, obviously, Action Sports Jax nightly on CBS and Fox.
CBS 47, Fox 30.
Well, yeah, but on YouTube TV,
it's just CBS.
It's not the numbers and everything. But go ahead and give me all that, and then give me that YouTube Premium.
I'm with that.
You know what I'm saying?
It's actually
cut the ads out.
It's kind of foul that they do.
It is kind of foul. They're probably making a killing
because
too.
The YouTube like Red or Premium whatever is it's like not.
It's not cheap.
It's not like $5.
Yeah. But then, you think about it, and you have the ability to obviously save videos, but then you also have the ability to play said videos and log out of YouTube. You know what I'm saying? You can go do other things. Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're watching our show on YouTube, or Twitter, but on YouTube, if you're watching our show and you have premium, you can just log out of it and you can still hear our beautiful voices.
That's true.
So there's some things to like about it. Or you can just get the Action Sports Jax 24/7 app, and then I'm pretty sure you can play us throughout the
Absolutely, you can play us everywhere.
Yeah, you play us everywhere, man, and I always get some of those recaps as well. So yeah, lo and behold, we found out yesterday that the Invincible show was about Lionel Messi.
We did.
Yeah,
that's
which
right.
Had no idea. I wish I would have knew about it because I might have reserved some time to watch it.
Yeah, Messi. Hopefully you caught it on the network. Actually, we're Jags 24/7.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Messi the GOAT. Messi apparently getting airtime here in Jacksonville, so shout out to him for that.
Yeah. We got to talk some soccer today, Kasey. Later on, you're a soccer expert or soccer fan. You've been to some games and everything, and I mean, once again, I'm a big casual. I'll follow the English Premier League a little bit. Shout out to Manchester City, my boy Hovland, because got to hold down for all the Norwegians out there. But
sure, yeah.
Losing a friendly to, I feel like, an inferior team. I want to get your thoughts about that a little bit. Yeah. But first, I want to talk about this. It's in the sporting world a little bit, but this is more of childhood nostalgia coming back, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be all in on this or not. Ever heard of a show called American Gladiators?
Yeah.
Okay. They are rebooting American Gladiators now for I feel like the third time, and it'll be on Amazon Prime.
Huh.
Now, have you ever watched American Gladiators, Kasey?
Not really.
Really? Never. I mean, this is before.
I mean, very briefly. I understand. You know what? The last time that I did anything American Gladiators was at the other spot when you said, "Hey, have you ever seen American Gladiators?" Put up on YouTube because I remember I pulled it up one day when we were in there.
Yeah. That was your first experience with it. Now, I guess you can put me in the old category here, and I'm fine. I'll accept it.
It says 1988, bro.
For the older people out there that know what I'm talking about, American Gladiators was that show. I had action figures.
Really?
I had the jousting equipment. I had everything. Shout out to Nitro. I remember I had a Nitro action figure. And they all had really cool names. And ESPN 30 for 30 did a documentary about all these, the original, the OGs, if you will, and all the controversy behind it. Yeah, spoiler alert, some guys were probably juiced to the gills. Okay?
It's like I just looked at the pictures.
Yeah, I mean, there's some big dudes out there. But they're trying to bring the show back. I would probably tune in out of curiosity, but do we think that American Gladiators in this time, because keep in mind, back in the late 80s, early 90s, yeah, you probably needed content, right? And you needed sporting content, and it was revolutionary. It was a big hit. Am I wrong to think that American Gladiators is going to flop? And let's go ahead and bring some more of the youth in here. Let's go to the custody corner. Who do we got in the custody corner? We got Nick in the daytime in the kids corner out there. Nick in the daytime.
What's up?
Ever heard of American Gladiators?
Yeah, when I was a kid or younger. Maybe even on a throwback show on
Sure.
Spike TV as a kid.
Yeah. Thoughts?
I mean, it's on Amazon Prime, so I don't know. I'm not huge on. I hate things being locked exclusively to streaming services.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I have Prime. I probably won't watch it. I don't know that it's really going to be any good in this day and age now.
How old are you?
25.
You just gave the oldest take I've ever seen. You
That
just
is-
gave a Brent take.
that-
I don't like the stuff being locked per platform. I got to get all the That was the oldest take I've ever heard.
Dude,
from a
you're
25-year-old.
25 years old.
I hate having like 13 different streaming services and YouTube Premium's $14. I'm
It's
paying
14
a month.
Okay,
I
but
can deal with that.
Okay, but Nick, in the daytime, let's be honest though, man. At least with Amazon like Prime, you get obviously faster shipping. You get like discounted on Amazon, and then you also get the TV service. Like, so there's stuff to like there.
It's a deal.
I don't buy enough from Amazon to make up for the free shipping.
What do you?
Where do you get your stuff?
Yeah, where you get your
I
stuff
get
from?
it directly from whoever I'm buying it from.
Oh, so you go to like the stores and everything.
Or like I go to the company's website. Like I bought.
How old
the
are you?
duffel Bag.
So you pay for shipping a lot.
Hey,
Then.
you're paying out the you know what for shipping.
I paid an extra $9 to make sure this duffel bag I bought will get here in 3 days. I'm fine with it.
Amazon Prime gives you a day.
One day and it's free.
I can order some Amazon Prime right now. I'll have it within the show.
I couldn't get the duffel bag I wanted in time. Oh, I'm not Jason Hamby. Let me see if I can. That's
all right.
Hold on.
Go ahead and change it real quick.
Whatever. We'll
Casey,
just live with it for now.
I mean, listen, I want to go on American Gladiators and talk about the events and everything, but now we're going to get sidetracked here a little bit to how old is Nick in the daytime?
This is crazy. These are the oldest takes I've ever heard.
Dude doesn't use Amazon Prime, shops directly from the source, pays extra for the shipping.
Bought a duffel bag. Like, that's a strange thing to just be buying.
Nick, I'm going to need to see this duffel bag. What kind of duffel bag are we talking about
it's
here,
in my
man?
truck. It's
Okay.
called Belroy. I'll see if I can get a picture of it real quick and I'll show you.
Belroy. Okay.
I've never met anybody, and correct me if I'm wrong, that's looking for a duffel bag. You just like stumble upon one at the Target. You're like, I could use this. I need one of these.
Like goes out of their way to find said duffel bag.
He went on the internet and typed in whatever specific
research
duffel
for this
bag he
duffel
wanted.
Nick, in the daytime, how'd you figure out this duffel bag? Is this like what all the kids are rocking with, or like what are we talking about here?
No, I just threw like research on.
Researching things. Such an old person thing to do.
Give me a break. Hold on, this thing's messing.
You're
up
not
on
buying
me.
a car. You're buying a duffel bag.
Bro typed in duffel bag reviews. It was like, which one's terrible?
Dude has been reviewing duffel bags for the past 5 months and finally ready to pull the trigger on one.
3 or 4 weeks. I also bought like a crossbody bag from the same company, so that's what I researched.
A crossbody?
Okay.
What is a crossbody bag?
All right, so here's the deal. When I got here, you let me in, by the way. Thank you for that.
Oh, nice.
When I got here, you went to go, get ready for the show, and I went to goof around. And I walked in there, and I saw a bag sitting on the table in there.
Okay.
And I was like, what is that? And that's it.
Oh, that's like that the European thing. I'm not gonna lie, Casey. I kind of like. I don't have one personally.
You like that?
I don't mind. It kind of looks cool. Well, if you're gonna travel like internationally, you gotta have that.
He came to work. He didn't travel internationally.
I've had all my. Oh no.
What are you like diabetic? What do you have in there?
No, just
What?
like sunglasses because like I need glasses. So
Pockets,
I bought a
you know?
second pair.
Pockets. Yep.
But I'm not putting my sunglasses in my pocket.
Case. Okay.
In
Okay.
the case in the bag.
Okay,
with
okay,
AirPods,
so-
the wallet, the keys, things to clean the glasses, and other things that
Things to clean said glasses.
hey.
Like they're gonna get that dirty in one day, Nick.
You never know.
I do know, and you know what? If it so happens that I'm rocking, my Carreras, I'm pretty fancy. I got a pair of Carreras. If I'm rocking my Carreras, hey, T-shirt, meat glasses, wipe it. It'll be all right.
That's what I'm saying.
It'll be all right. Nick is like a 60-year-old old person trapped in a 20-something body. That's what I'm. Hey,
incredible.
Can we find this bag really quick too? Because we've hyped it up so much, Nick, and you haven't brought it up yet.
Hey, give me 1 second.
Oh yeah, well, we got seconds to spare.
I want to know how much you paid for the crossbody.
I'm gonna refuse to say that.
No way.
No way. Is it like a Lululemon one or something?
It's more expensive than Lulu.
No, it's not.
It is.
Nick, put that crossbody.
right,
Okay,
here's
so this
the
is what you got. Okay.
I needed the duffel because I don't have enough room in the suitcase that I have.
Okay, so this is for traveling
You're
purposes.
traveling with a suitcase, a duffel, and a crossbody? Where are you going?
Well, wherever I need to go. This is across like state trip, so I just needed more stuff that I didn't have,
Okay.
and I just want it neatly in a bag.
Okay.
Okay, so that to me,
I mean, that's a nice looking bag. I'm not gonna lie. Like
if I walked up on that on Target, I would say no,
Yeah.
but if I needed one.
now, just one thing. Because, I mean, it looks nice. Like, I would actually rock that because, like, it's kind of discreet. It's not, like, flashy. It's like a Louis Vuitton bag. But, Nick, did you pay, like, Louis Vuitton prices for a non-Louis Vuitton looking bag?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. So this is a little more economical. Nick?
Slightly.
Okay. I mean,
It was
like,
on sale.
talking like the
It was on sale.
Talking like the
Normally,
four.
135. It was down to 99.
Oh no, you're.
99.
I'm not mad at that. That's fine.
No,
That's gonna last a while.
The crossbody was 90.
90.
Now that we can't co-sign on, Nick, in the daytime.
Oh,
We cannot
yeah.
co-sign on a crossbody bag for $90.
You spent $200 on bags?
yeah.
He spent $100 on something that can carry his glasses. That's about it.
Bro's
Spent-
got two
spent-
pockets at least in
spent-
every pair of pants.
Spent $200 on a shades carrying case.
I'm like worried the pockets, like stuff will fall out.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie,
On the phone
man.
and maybe
I
just-
do mess with the crossbody bags. Those are
Really?
cool. Yeah, they're kind of in.
Yeah,
Not
I had
for
it with
me.
me all day Saturday in St. Augustine. It was totally worth it.
I feel like if you go like international travel and you're like, in different countries, you got to have that because it holds like your passport,
was
your
in
wallet.
St. Augustine!
I know, but I'm trying to say,
It was nice.
yeah.
Did you get any compliments for your bag?
But they're so common
Looks
now.
European.
Nobody's really going to
Yeah,
notice
Casey.
them.
Well, where you been though, man? They're pretty common.
Really?
Yeah, for real.
I'm never seeing people
Yeah.
with these.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like we stopped at a bakery in St. Augustine because it's like a gluten-free place for my girlfriend.
Nice.
And a guy had like what looked like a leather Lulu bag, and I was like, man, that's actually kind of nice.
Mm-hmm.
But he had one. His wife had one. They're super like it's so much better than just stuff in pockets
Sure.
No.
because it's there. It's in front of you. You can. It's so much better.
No.
I mean, I guess you could consider me a minimalist because all I got is like I mean, I do have my shades, but I put my shades in my pocket. I know it's probably reckless, but then I got my phone and my cards. My cards are my phone, so we're all good there. But I get it. Like, listen, if I was traveling internationally again, like I did to Australia last year, I would get one of those things. I really would. So props to Nick in the daytime. But anyways, getting back to American Gladiators real quick. So you guys could really care less about American Gladiators at all. Like,
Correct.
Yeah.
nothing. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's all we had to talk about. I mean, at
No,
least,
you're excited. I mean,
well, I was excited because like it was like my childhood nostalgia and like they're bringing back a show that I grew up on. So then I guess to kind of put a bow on this whole conversation because you guys are helping me with American Gladiators. But once again, I didn't really put it in the chat either, so this is my own fault. But nostalgia aside, I'm excited for it. Do you have any shows that you guys grew up on? Because there is an age difference here that you wish they would bring back.
Anything that was on G4,
Oh, so like all like the tech shows and
all
everything.
the gaming stuff.
Yeah.
Some of the Spike TV stuff that's not there anymore, like 1,000 Ways to Die or some
That was actually a pretty cool show. Did you ever watch 1,000 Ways to Die?
yeah,
Yeah.
I think.
I enjoyed it, but it was always cheesy at the end, like the names that they gave, like basically 1,000 Ways to Die, for those that are not initiated, was a show marking like the 1,000 craziest deaths ever in human history.
Okay, yeah, I've seen it.
And then they would do like dramatic reenactments of how said person died, and then at the end it would be like, you know, a cheesy tagline at the end. So like for instance, if somebody like died in a refrigerator, like the title would be like ice cold death or something like that.
Yes,
you know, now
yeah.
probably better than that, but it's kind of cheesy. Casey,
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like a lot of the shows that I was watching as like a kid, they did come back. Like
yeah,
Phineas and Ferb, they brought that back.
sure,
You know
sure,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
But like, I don't know. There's nothing that like. I just used to watch cartoons and
Yeah.
then like sitcoms. So
Did you guys grow up with Guts? Probably not. Like on
Guts? No,
Nickelodeon.
no, I don't
It-
think so.
It was like American Ninja Warrior before. It was for kids though. Before American Ninja Warrior.
What was the show? There was a show on Nickelodeon
Yeah.
that was similar to that. It was like Forbidden. Something.
Oh, Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Yes, that show.
Bring
was
that
good.
back.
You've never seen that?
No.
Nick in the
I've
daytime.
never
How?
heard of that one.
We're like
Talk-
the same age.
Talk about the blue barracudas. Talk about the red
Maybe
parrots.
if I
How do you know
saw
so
it,
much
I wouldn't
about
know
that?
it.
Dude, because I was obsessed with that show.
Maybe I'd know it if I saw it.
So,
So when I was watching, it was like reruns. Is that what you're telling me?
oh yeah, without a doubt. So,
Huh.
growing up in my grandma's and my grandparents' house, we didn't have cable. You know, just wasn't gonna happen. But my grandma's sister, so my great aunt, she had cable. She was fancy.
Okay.
And every once in a while, my grandma would take me over there. It's like 30 minutes away. If my grandma had to go to work or do something with work at the canning factory, she would drop me off at my great aunt's. My great aunt had cable. And believe me when I said that you want to go outside, Austin? Nah, all good. Gonna take full advantage of Nickelodeon here for the next 5 hours. And they had Guts, they had Wild and Crazy Kids, but Legends of the Hidden Temple was the show because not only was it a game show, not only was there action and challenges, a little history too. There's a little history in terms of you know, I don't remember any of it that they talked about, but it was like the ancient times and like you had like Cortez's sword or something you had to find, or you had like Napoleon's hat you had to go through. So yeah, one of the best shows. I forgot all about it of my childhood, Kasey. Good call.
Yeah, so apparently they brought that back in 2001 and 2021 and 2022.
No one told me anything.
It got 3.7 out of 10 stars, so they really screwed it up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how you screw that up, but
the original one. See, when I was watching it, and it's a good point now that I think about it. It was on like the Nickelodeon alt channel that was like channel 2000 and like 7.
Yeah.
Like it was
Nickelodeon retro, basically.
Yeah, it was It was not on the regular Nickelodeon. This show was good though.
Yeah.
Maybe I just missed it. Maybe I didn't have that channel. I don't know.
Yeah,
you missed it.
You missed it, man. It's a shame because it shaped a lot of childhoods. It's all right though. You missed out on it. You just keep spending hundreds of dollars on sunglass bags. We'll be all right, man.
Crossbody for $90.
Dude, like I said, I'm not mad at the crossbody.
It's waterproof.
Yeah.
It's like rip proof. It's got things to it that make it, a little bit.
Are you gonna swim with it? I mean,
no, I just want a
waterproof?
decent product. That's all.
Dude, I love it, man. Like we have a bunch of old souls. We have Hamby on the show who every once in a while, like, hey, turn your hat around if you're a baseball player, all this stuff. And then we got Nick in the daytime, doesn't buy into Amazon Prime, has to spend a couple days on reviews and going directly to the manufacturer when he purchases something.
Couple days. It's
okay, Nick.
Weeks sometimes.
Nick, okay, this is a safe space, just us talking here.
Well, it's research, but also like figuring out what I want to spend.
Theoretically, on those bags that you just mentioned, how long did it take to research said bag? Like, and realistically, like not, hey, it's okay, it's safe space. How long did it take you to research it?
Yeah, the crossbody was like 2 weeks. Just like sitting on it, whether I want to get that one or if I want to get like a Lulu bag or if I want to get something that's cheaper.
And you ended up on that one.
Yeah. But like I was 2 weeks on all of them. That was the one that set itself apart for me.
What? What does it say about me when I spend, I don't know, an hour on my car? I'm like, yeah, I have this truck. My son can't really fit into it. Should probably, get some other kind of vehicle that's going to be a little more kid friendly. Boom! Saw a Cadillac station wagon. That's all. No reviews. No looking it up. Like, yeah, this looks pretty cool. Let's go ahead and pull the trigger on that.
This guy's been reviewing bags since.
I love it, man. I mean,
now
February.
A Cadillac station wagon. Yeah, I'd buy that in a heartbeat.
I know, right? Yeah. Now
they're so nice.
Yeah, well, they don't make them anymore. I've been offered a lot of money for mine because, yeah. So I got it. I had mine back in like 2014. I think I would have got it, and at the time it was a 13, so it was pretty newer, right? And I traded I had a Cadillac Escalade truck. That was like my dream car.
Sure.
Let it go, miss it every single day. Biggest regret of my life was trading that truck because my son could have just jumped up, or I could have just propped him up in there. But nevertheless, it's not about him. It's not about my ill will towards the situation that I had to sacrifice. But saw the station wagon, looked different. Nobody had it. Pulled the trigger on it. Get it? Fantastic. Liked it a lot. Now it's got almost 200,000 miles on it, and it has seen better days, if we're going to be honest. AC isn't ideal right now. Windows down while in town is what I say when I'm driving through the town and within it's 90 degrees. But yeah, it's rare because they stopped making them in 2013. So like I essentially have like the last year that they made them.
The AC wasn't ideal on it 3 years ago in the other place.
Good point. Yeah, because I used to complain about it.
It's really not ideal at this point.
It's not ideal. Like you'll get cool air, but it won't be cold air. It ain't AC air.
So it's kind of miserable.
A little bit.
Like when you go get in the car after this,
yeah,
it's going to be terrible.
Well, I try to park in the shade as much as I can.
All right.
Take that for how you want, man. But
anyway.
Yeah. Anyways, Nick of the daytime, man. What have you been up to though? We haven't seen you in a while. Anything cool besides purchasing bags and everything?
Well, I made it to St. Augustine for the first time on Saturday after having lived here 2.5 years.
That's
first time.
A lot of insane things to be happening here, Nick. Where are you going to St. Augustine? A little date day, date night? What are we doing? Okay. Concert? What are we doing here?
No, we just went to the city.
Okay.
Just for the day.
Just walked around.
Lunch?
Well, we were going to
Drinks?
do more, but it was a bit hot, and she just didn't want any part of it, so we just got out of there.
Sounds like me at Disney.
Imagine showing up to St. Augustine and then realizing it's hot.
I knew it would be hot. She's new down here. I'm kind of used to it at this point. Okay. She ain't.
Where's she from?
She's originally from New York.
Oh yeah, that's a little bit of a culture shock.
Ah.
A little
and
bit
then
of
New
a
York
wave shock.
via Chattanooga, which is from back home, and then she moved down here.
Okay.
Okay, good to know.
So yeah, she hadn't gotten acclimated yet.
Okay, well, hey, the Tank Bigsby conversation yesterday is getting a little traction as we shared it on Twitter. People are feeling some type of way about it. Oh, we got some comments real quick. What are the people in the chat saying here before I address the Tank Bigsby stuff?
So the guy at the top, I think YB430, I might be reading that wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little late, fellas. Who's the dude in the middle?
All right, so a little background. Brent Martineau is on vacation, so it's going to be the Austen and Kasey Summertime Spectacular for the week, and then we are also going on vacation. So you know how it works in the people pushing the buttons. We just randomly cycle through people. So today we got Nick in the daytime.
Or now Nick in the middle.
Nick in the middle.
Like Malcolm in the middle.
I like that. Malcolm in the middle. Okay, see that? Okay. Are You Afraid of the Dark? Classic show. Not mad at that. And yeah, he's Nick in the middle. Okay, Nick in the middle. Nick, do you like Nick in the middle better or Nick in the daytime?
Nick in the daytime, I think.
Okay.
Like
Nick in the daytime.
It doesn't have the alliteration of Malcolm in middle. So
Yeah.
I like Nick in the daytime a little bit better.
All right, cool. Well, we got to now that we've established American Gladiators, Nick's shopping habits, and St. Augustine, we got a show still chock full of sports, even though it's the summertime. Jaguars in minicamp right now. We'll talk about that in a little bit. We have Casey's thoughts on the U.S. men's soccer team. Can't wait to break that down.
Trash.
We finally have to get to Anthony Richardson's tattoo, which has been
Not trash.
a tease for the past, I feel like 2 weeks. Not trash, you say? I mean, I think it's
Not
pretty
as
cool.
trash as the U.S. men's national team. No. They are trash.
And also, I think Casey has an interview with a professional golfer.
With Travis Fulton. He does Stripe Show podcast on
Okay.
the Action Sports Jags 24/7 network.
Nice. So we're going to air that later as well. And we'll probably have some sound coming from Jaguars minicamp. So let's go to our first break here. Nick in the daytime. We'll come back and I guess we'll start talking about sports a little bit, huh? Should we get on that?
We could.
All right. Well, we'll think about it, man. Plenty to talk about out there. Stay tuned.
Everyone loves a good game night. Here you don't have to be the host. You don't have to clean up. They bring the food and drinks to you, and you can watch whatever you want on the big screens. It's more than a card room. It's a night full of fun with friends. Best Bet Jacksonville, Orange Park, and now the newest location here in St. Augustine, right off 95 at exit 311. A brand new clean room, a full bar and menu, my favorite sushi in town, and I love the fries too. You don't have to just play poker at Best Bet. That's why I come over here to the table games and play one card poker. That's a pretty good card and a win. One card poker is like war as a kid, you against the dealer. And this isn't the only fun table game to play. A friendly staff, a lot of fun. It's a good night out at Best Bet Jacksonville, Orange Park, and the newest location in St. Augustine. You can be a serious player or a novice. It doesn't matter. If winning equals fun, you're a winner every time at Best Bet. I'll save you a seat, and I'll see you down here at Best Bet St. Augustine.
Oh man, it is that time. I love being outside, but it is just so hot. Oh my gosh, I cannot be outside. Well, you know, it doesn't have to be. As a matter of fact, I've got the perfect solution for you to be able to stay outdoors and not look like this guy.
GW Outdoor Solutions has the solution that will help you create areas of shade with their automated retractable awning. As the summer months inch closer, the high temperatures will be right there too. With GW Outdoor Solutions, go from scorching to cooling in no time with one simple push of a button. These innovative shade solutions not only provide protection from the sun and rain, but also add style and functionality to your home. Let GW Outdoor Solutions transform your backyard into paradise. Check out gwoutdoorliving.com for your free estimate.
I like to say everybody has a story, and sometimes we are a part of other people's stories. That's the case here at Nimnicht Buick GMC. My family and the Nimnicht family. We've purchased 6 different vehicles from Nimnicht Buick GMC. Maybe you're in the market for a truck. Well, let me tell you about the GMC Sierra. I absolutely love mine. I've had a couple of these. This one's a 2020, but right now on 2024 GMC Sierras here at Nimnicht Buick GMC, there's special financing. A year ago, we purchased a GMC Terrain for the kids. Financing rates as low as 0.9% for eligible buyers on Terrains and no payments for 90 days. Looking for used instead of new? Buy a used car with the Car Bravo program. Nimnicht Buick GMC certifies all makes and models. Let the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville take care of you and your family. Come on out and see the showroom, meet the fantastic people, or shop online at nimnichtbuickgmc.com. Nimnicht, your friends in the car business since 1941. GMC, we are professional grade.
It's hard to put a price on comfort, especially when you use that comfort on a daily basis. But if we're going to put a price on it, how does the lowest price guaranteed sound? Furniture Source is going to have the biggest brands, whether it's Ashley, Casper, or Tempur-Pedic, and once again, it's going to be the guaranteed lowest price in Jacksonville. Right now, my friends at Furniture Source are going to give you the ultimate hookup because all month long, they're making their inventory wholesale price. Check out their markdowns up to 50% off. And remember, since it's Furniture Source, you're getting the guaranteed lowest prices in Florida or your money back. Don't have the cash on you right now? It's no worry. Shop endless options to suit your style and budget and enjoy 36 months off with no interest financing. Why use your money when you can use theirs? Whether it's beds, couches, tables, or chairs, Furniture Source is going to have exactly what you're looking for. Shop the lowest prices in Jacksonville guaranteed. Find the location nearest you at FurnitureSourceJax.com.
It's a new logo, new branding. With Bold City Heating and Air, it's an old school approach. One of the few locally owned and operated air conditioning businesses left in Jacksonville. It's hot, Florida in the summer. You can't do much to avoid it, but you can keep cool with Bold City Heating and Air. It's every customer counts kind of service, from when these trucks have pulled up to my home over the last couple of years and when they pull into your driveway as well. From communication to pricing to the actual service, everyone at Bold City Heating and Air cares about you. You know who is coming to your house. You know they will be well trained and they will respect your home. Air conditioning convenience at boldcityac.com. Stay cool while it gets hot. Bold City Heating and Air can help. Don't get caught sweating all summer. boldcityac.com, and they have financing to help. New systems starting at $110 a month and $50 off any repairs. Stay safe, stay comfortable with Bold City Heating and Air at boldcityac.com. Homegrown in your hometown.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
Welcome back to the Austen and Kasey Summertime Spectacular.
Saw my gallon of water in there.
You have a gallon of water?
All right.
Get in the mix, man.
Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that.
Is that just from the tap, or is that like actually from?
Nah, dog, that's drinking water from Club Pub.
Okay, I got from Club Pub.
That's the water, dog. That's what was in there when I bought it.
No, man, hey, I'm with you. I mean, I got my big old thermos here, where I keep all the tears of my haters. So yeah, we're doing it big today, Kasey.
Look at us.
Cheers on this, and look at you rocking the Josh Allen black tea, all black tea.
You know me.
I love it, man.
That's all I got.
I love it. So we teased it. Let's get to it. Hopefully it doesn't crash the show. Boom.
It's up.
Ask and you shall receive. So
Are we still on?
we haven't frozen yet. I think we're good. Hold your breath, and we're good. All right. Let's keep going. Anthony Richardson, expecting hopefully a big year. Well, the Colts fans are expecting a big year for him. Has to take a step forward, has to stay healthy, most importantly. Now has been kind of in and out of training camp a little bit, still having some issues, I guess, with that AC joint. He had surgery on it, so he's been throwing with the opposite hand. Why he's doing that, I have no idea. Just keep him out, you know, because when you throw footballs in practice with your opposite hand, the media is going to ask questions.
Sure, I got some.
If we saw Trevor Lawrence throwing with his left hand, hey, Trevor.
Why are you doing that?
Why? You know? Hey, Doug Peterson. Why? Hey, Doug Peterson, who's calling the plays. But then also, why is he throwing with his left hand, right? So just, to me, it just creates more controversy than you need. But another controversial thing with Anthony Richardson is the tattoo that he got. Now, the tattoo that he got is lit, as the kids would say.
It's pretty cool.
It's a good-looking tattoo.
Yeah, it looks good.
Now, a lot of juxtaposition things here. We have the NFL. We have our Lord and Savior, I feel like, in the middle of the back, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think.
We have a roulette wheel to the on the right side.
Yeah, well.
Lion, cash. Somebody just got all the aces. Oh.
There's like a gladiator bottom left.
Okay. So there's a lot of things going on. Once again, it looks very clean. It looks like you would expect a quarterback to have, right? You have a lot of money. You can afford to do good work. Oh yeah, there's a gladiator there. Yeah.
He must like the show.
Fantastic. Overall, fantastic work. 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Mwah. Now, would I get that exact one? Probably not. Would I get the NFL logo on me? I thought about it once, but I think I'm okay. What I have an issue with, and what people have an issue with, is the fact that he got put under for this tattoo.
I mean,
I think he had a couple people working on it at the same time. He was put under for like 6 or 7 hours.
yeah, listen, that's a lot.
Sure. It's also a tattoo.
I get it, but like your like job besides this one is to like fight people. So
Okay.
like your pain tolerance,
Yeah.
probably different than everybody else's.
Okay.
Like I'm soft.
Hey,
I couldn't do a centimeter of that.
if Machine Gun Kelly can get his entire body essentially tattooed, I think you can man up enough to get your back tattooed without having it put under.
I don't think Machine Gun Kelly has felt anything in like 20 years.
Hey, he's felt love for Megan Fox, right? Megan Fox? Yeah, I think
Did
he's
he?
dating
Because
her.
I don't think they're together anymore.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe not. Hey,
Megan Fox.
I don't follow Machine Gun Kelly, but I figured if he can do it, anybody can do it.
I mean,
See, go ahead, Casey.
no, it's just that looks extremely painful.
Okay. I mean, as someone myself who is tattooed a lot,
You would know.
the back tattoo that I have, it was 22 total hours. And it's basically a tribute to where I'm from back in Wisconsin. So it's everything that reminds me growing up. I got like a Brewers logo back there. I got, like the house I grew up in. I have some honeybees from my grandfather, obviously. I have family spelt out in Norwegian because I'm half Norwegian. Got a maple tree because we used to do maple syrup. So just everything that reminds me of back home. Cool. The first session, which was the worst session, took about 7 to 8 hours, and that was all the outline. And yeah, I'm going to be honest. It didn't feel good towards the end.
You just sat there?
I just sat there. Yeah. I mean, we're watching like Netflix and stuff, movies. Like I wasn't just sitting there in silence.
No,
Like,
no, I know.
Yeah. I mean,
You're just chilling.
yeah, you're just chilling. And as long as you have like something to kind of occupy your mind a little bit, you don't really notice. Now, there's some spots like the lower back, or as I was famously quoted one time when I first went on Brent's show on the Action Sports Jags, they showcased my tattoo. And Brent asked me on live television, "Hey, it's like, where did it hurt the most?" I go, kind of the tramp stamp area. And I didn't know. I mean, like, I didn't know tramp stamp was kind of a.
Yeah.
Couldn't really. I mean, it's fine. Everyone says it,
Yeah.
but like, he kind of gave me a look like you can't say that. And then my defensive line coach Joe Cullen said, "Tramp stamp area, huh?" Like he was, I guess, watching it as well. So I got some crap for that. Nevertheless,
Nice.
I think there's something to be said for having to sit, for having to endure, and get your tattoos because it's all part of the process. Like I feel like it takes away from it being special if you don't have to go through a little pain. And I'm not saying like I wasn't in tears or anything. Like it's not comfortable, but once again, like it's a tribute to where I'm from, so it meant a lot to me. I assume the tattoo that AR got means a lot to him.
You'd think.
Now we don't know all the context. Like maybe he's a degenerate gambler. We don't know.
Which actually is a very bold decision to make. I know that this isn't like a tattoo of like placing sports bets, but
Yeah.
like, hey, to put gambling stuff right next to the NFL logo. All I'm saying,
Official sponsor of DraftKings.
look, like you're telling me when this popped up on Goodell's timeline, he wasn't like, wait a minute.
No, I guarantee DraftKings saw that and they're like, interesting.
Could you imagine if it just right here under the NFL logo said sponsored by DraftKings? Hard Rock Bet.
So you don't think there's anything wrong with getting put, like, dude, you get put under for surgeries. Like you get put under for invasive, serious surgeries.
I'm just saying.
You don't get put under for a tattoo.
See, but that, like, the way you say it,
Yeah.
and I understand, but like, that's not just a tattoo.
Yeah, it's commitment.
That's art.
It is art for sure, and it's commitment. But like, if it
Bro
really,
got Picasso on his back.
so and I guess he was quoted saying that for all the people saying that I'm a so and so for getting put under, he said that he earned his stripes because he has tons of tattoos, I guess, on his arms
He does.
that he didn't get put under for. So therefore, I guess he feels like he already earned his stripes. He can do whatever he wants. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I feel like Dak Prescott has done the same thing where they get put under and then get tattooed. I mean, like, getting put under is not healthy for you.
I get that.
Like, there could be, I don't wish it on anybody, but there could be complications. that there can be side effects. Like, you shouldn't want to get put under for anything. And like, once again, I get it. Like, sometimes tattoos aren't the most like convenient or comfortable thing, but if you want it that bad, man up and sit through it.
I don't know. Looks pretty painful.
Nick, in the daytime, any tattoos? Probably not.
You would be correct. No to the tattoos. It's not because of the pain.
Okay.
I'm just too indecisive. I'd get it one day and wake up the next day and be like, I want to peel this thing off. Be like, yeah, there's something about it I don't like. We're going to get rid of it.
Nick, in the daytime, theoretically, how long would it take for you to review a tattoo style and get it?
Good point.
I mean, like,
not
if you're going all in here.
if I'm going all in.
Yeah.
I have theoretically 2 ideas, 2 leg sleeves.
Okay.
I want like a nerd Star Wars leg sleeve with the Death Star at my knee.
Do you know how aggressive it is for your first tattoo to be a leg sleeve? I love it. Please keep going.
It
Okay,
would build over time. So like one leg is like a Star Wars nerd themed leg sleeve.
I like that.
Straight
That's cool.
Geek moment.
No, you're good.
The other one is going to be like, of course, Nick in the daytime, the one Tennessee fan in the 904.
Yeah.
Not true. There's several of us here. Very few. We're outnumbered, but we're here.
Yeah.
Is like a Tennessee themed leg sleeve.
Okay.
That builds either from above the Smoky Mountains or below the Smoky Mountains.
So would Peyton Manning be like the central theme of that tattoo then?
Maybe not Peyton,
big
probably Smokey the mascot. Peyton's going to be in there somewhere, or like a 16 somewhere.
The mascot.
Come on, man. The dog, it's the dog. The Power T, a TriStar, the mountains, Peyton, you could put T, you could put Hendon Hooker.
Hendon Hooker? You're questioning Peyton Manning? You're like,
Hendon Hooker?
No, I'm not saying. I'm
Alvin
saying
Kamara? I mean, Hendon Hooker.
like a collage of people that have all been massive to the school.
Okay, so
Hendon Hooker, Peyton Manning.
Seriously, so then go ahead and give us like your Mount Rushmore of like your Tennessee tattoo that you would, if you had the idea.
On the spot.
And if you would go through it, it's on the spot right now, but you got to put, Hendon Hooker's making an appearance.
Apparently,
you're getting
it may not even, like, even just in a jersey, in a
Candace
sense, kind
Parker?
of like we have. Sure, Candace will be on there.
Candace Parker, yep.
You can put Pat somewhere. Pat's got to be on there.
Pat Summit, I like that a lot.
I'm not going to put any of the football coaches just because I don't want those guys here, but Pat I can put because Pat.
Yeah, no, Pat's the OG. She's the legend.
OG. I mean, you can't deny Pat.
Yep.
The mountains. You can put the
mountains,
T or like a TriStar.
Okay.
You can
Old Crow Medicine Show or something, some lyrics or something.
Maybe not Old Crow Medicine Show.
Like a Wagon wheel, yeah.
No, see that's wrong. That's like South Carolina stuff. I don't need none of that.
That's what I thought.
I don't know, man. I feel like every time I've been to Nashville, and obviously it's not Knoxville, but I've been to Nashville, I hear a lot of Old Crow Medicine Show Wagon wheel. Go ahead.
You say Old Crow Medicine Show, but I would think that Darius Rucker made it more.
Yeah, I mean Darius Rucker brought it to maybe the masses, but if you're talking about Wagon Wheel, you have to go back to the
I'll
original.
I'll agree with you.
It's like saying Johnny Cash made the song "Hurt." No, it was Nine Inch Nails and Trent Reznor.
Yeah.
Now Johnny Cash added his own thing to it and maybe brought it to the masses, but like show some respect for the people that actually made it in the first place.
Yeah,
there is actually a ton of famous Tennessee alumni. Like I'm just scrolling through the Wikipedia. You got a lot of options.
I
if
could
you're only
put
doing like
Paul
4.
Feinbaum on there.
Friend of mine, Paul Feinbaum, by the way. Hey, Nick, did you know that I was actually featured on Paul Feinbaum's show one time? Something funny.
Did you
something
call in
funny,
one day?
Casey?
Nope.
Did you call
something
in
funny,
one day?
Casey?
Nothing's funny.
Okay.
I had nothing.
No, I didn't call in. He actually he featured one of my audio things that I had talking about Tim Tebow and Urban Meyer, and that was used on the show. Something funny, Casey. What?
I'm gonna have to pull this up.
Casey, was it not used in the show?
Nothing's funny.
Okay. Was it not used in the show? Was I not featured on Paul Feinbaum's show?
You were featured.
And the prosecution rests. Okay, so Paul Feinbaum's going on there. Anybody else?
What about famous running back Arian Foster?
Yeah,
I'm getting Alvin Kamara over.
Are we
Arian
knocking
Foster.
Arian Foster here? Or are we actually because
No, I like Arian
good.
Foster.
No, Arian Foster was legit.
Yeah.
I played against him many times, and he embarrassed us many times. But like, I'd probably pick Alvin Kamara over Arian Foster.
What about known Cy Young winner R.A. Dickey?
Now, see, I'm not a huge baseball guy. I'm slowly working into baseball.
Okay.
I don't know that R.A. Dickey would be on there. I might get Tony Vitello, though. I love Tony Vitello.
Tony Vitello? Is that the kid from
No.
Backyard Baseball? Wasn't that the kid with like
being the Tennessee head coach.
he had like the slicked hair? Is that Tony Vitello? Hey, I'm Tony Vitello. I could have sworn that was Tony Vitello.
No.
No? Wasn't him? Okay.
How about astronaut Joe Edwards?
Oh, dude, get Joshua Dobbs.
Yeah, the pastronaut. The astronaut. I mean, look.
Why isn't he in this section of astronauts that went to the University of Tennessee? That's
because they hadn't strapped him to a rocket yet.
All right. So getting back with Anthony Richardson now and his tattoo and everything, Kasey, what do you make of Colts camp? What's going on there? Like, obviously, guys got tons of potential. And I think even when he was in the first couple of games, like, he showed, like, hey, this guy could be the future in the NFL. Health is a big thing, though. Like, do you think he makes those strides forward, but more importantly, do you think he can stay healthy for the entire season?
Questionable on the health. I think when he got drafted, there was a lot of talk about that he probably shouldn't play right away. And I think when he did play, he was good, not great. He needs to figure out how to not take these massive hits, right? He's got to get down. He's got to get out of bounds, which he's either going to figure it out or he's not. Like, there's no real way around that. But although you don't want to see a guy injured, I think the fact that he got to watch a lot with the injury, I think it will help him because it's almost like he sat. I get it. He got hurt. It's not the same. But I think seeing what the Colts did, the run they went on, you learn a lot from them. I think he's talented. He was talented on the Gators. The Gators just weren't good, right? But he's definitely an extremely talented player. So I believe that he will be a good quarterback in the NFL. But if he does not get out of bounds and get down, he's got no shot because he'll get hurt again this year. Yeah.
I mean, to me, he has all the makings to be really a dynamic, I think, fantasy darling. Like, I'm not ready to call him, because, I always do this every single year. I give you my fantasy darling.
Yeah.
I mean, Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts. I've done pretty well for myself.
2 for 2.
2 for 2. Okay, let me ask you this. If he can stay healthy for the whole season, assume he plays all, 17 games, where do you think he's going to rank then in terms of the AFC South quarterbacks for the season? Like, I think we both have Deshaun number 1, right? Or do you think like Trevor can make an argument and be the top quarterback in the AFC South?
You're talking about Stroud?
Yeah.
You said Deshaun.
I'm sorry, Deshaun. No. Sorry, Stroud.
Yeah, Stroud. Yeah, I'm with you.
So Stroud number 1 overall, Trevor number 2?
Yes.
And then do you have AR at number 3 or do you have...
I think because of the mobility, yes. But I like Will Levis. Will Levis is a good 4 for me at this point.
Yeah, he's a good 4.
I like Will Levis. But I think if Richardson stays healthy and the mobility, if he continues to run the football but gets down, doesn't get hit, then I think there's a lot more potential there because Trevor is mobile and he has used his legs. CJ Stroud, I guess, can. Will Levis can. Anthony Richardson is a weapon running the football. So if he's anywhere close to throwing the football the way that, and I'm not saying he is, I'm saying if he's anywhere close to how Trevor throws the football or CJ Stroud throws the football, his ability to move and run and make plays with his legs, I think, could put him over, but he's not there yet.
Yeah, without a doubt. But also I think he has the team around him to be successful.
Yeah.
I think with Jalen Hurts, they were kind of tearing it down a little bit. You had the whole Nate Sudfeld situation. Doug Peterson ended up getting let go. Like, with Jalen Hurts, they kind of had to retool everything and reload everything, and they did it at a pretty quick pace, right? They got Devontae Smith, trade for A.J. Brown, and now Jalen Hurts is considered one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, I would say.
Yeah, paid like it.
And paid like it as well. I think if you look at the Colts right now, you have Michael Pittman Jr., you have A.D. Mitchell, you have Josh Downs. Like, those are some pretty decent weapons to have for a young quarterback. And then at tight end, they got Jelani Woods. I'm not really sure a lot about him.
He's there. He's big.
He's big. He's there. What happened to Moyle Cox? Is still? Yeah.
He's still there.
I guess they have him down on the depth chart a little bit.
Big.
Also big.
They got basketball players.
Basketball players playing
That's
tight
what they
end.
do. Their wide receivers are interesting because I've said this before, and I don't know if you know this. Brent hates Michael Pittman Jr. Thinks he's no good.
Really?
Oh yeah, doesn't like him.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it all comes down to the Colts. How do you feel about Michael Pittman Jr.? I think he's very good. I think he's a number 1 receiver.
I think last year he showed that he's pretty legit.
Yeah.
Yes. So
if you feel good about that guy, then everything else is better. Because you could make Brent would make the argument that if you're not in love with Michael Pittman Jr. as your 1, then you're not possibly in love with these other young guys because you haven't seen enough. You've definitely seen nothing from the rookie. Josh Downs has been good, but you can make. On the other hand, I think Michael Pittman Jr. is a 1. I think Josh Downs is electric in the slot. I thought he was very good in North Carolina. I think he's good now. And then did you just bring in a guy who's super fast and can stretch the field? Well, then you might have something there if you're the Colts.
I mean, I think if you're talking about Calvin Ridley trying to be the 1 last year for the Jaguars, I think that was the vision.
Yeah.
I mean, you see what Michael Pittman's done. Like, he's unequivocally a one. And unequivocally, I think one of the best wide receivers in the division, hands down. Like, okay, here's an interesting exercise then. Wide receiving cores. Give me your rankings for all 4 teams then. You know, you're talking about the Tennessee Titans. You got Hopkins, Ridley, Boyd, who on paper 5 years ago, that could be a top 5 in the NFL. Now kind of on the back nine of their career a little bit, but you know, I think they can still offer something. And obviously with a young quarterback like Will Levis, gonna have to help elevate him a little bit. In Houston right now, and you can go a couple different ways because I think you have Mechie too, who could get some playing time, but you have, I feel like the starter is going to be Nico Collins, Stephon Diggs, Tank Dell. Would you disagree with that?
I would agree.
Like Noah Brown is decent, but
he's a good 4.
He's a good 4, and then what's good, Mechie.
They're deep. I like Mechie.
But yeah, but and they got Robert Woods too still, I think, right?
Do they?
I think they have Robert Woods as well.
I mean,
so they're super deep. But you got Diggs, Stephon Diggs, Nico Collins, and then Tank Dell. We just said what the Colts were, and then obviously with Jacksonville, you got Brian Thomas Jr., you got Christian Kirk, and then you got Gabe Davis. Unequivocally, number 1's going to be the Houston Texans. Then who's 2?
I think you go the Jags.
Yeah,
because I think it's between them and Indianapolis. Again, sorry Titans, but I'm not sorry.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at what the Jags have, you go. Again, I think it depends on how you feel about Christian Kirk. Because I think Christian Kirk's very good. But
I do too.
Again, you can make the argument he's not a 1, whatever. I think he is a number 1 for them. I think he plays a completely different game than Michael Pittman plays, but I still think they're number 1 receivers. So then when you go down the depth, you look at the Colts, they have 2 young guys that you might need to see more from. Again, I like Downs, but you look at what the Jags have, you've seen Gabe Davis play in the NFL. So like you pretty much know what you're getting there. You have a first-round guy that you think you know what you're getting there. So I think the Jags are a little bit more established and you feel pretty good about what you're going to get. There's only one question where in Indianapolis you probably have 2.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. But also I think like with Gabe Davis, you know what you're going to get, but how is he going to fit into this offense though as well?
That's fair.
Because, and I said this yesterday a little bit, this wasn't one of my quote-unquote bold predictions, but I was thinking about it, where will Gabe Davis lead this team in touchdowns? Like, will they implement him more than just that big play guy like a Marvin Jones was a couple years ago, where it's like, all right, he'll have his 3-touchdown game and then go silent for the next 4 weeks. You know, like, I don't see that happening in this offense. I think you make a like the Titans, for whatever reason, and the age obviously doesn't scare me, but if they can somehow find like the fountain of youth a little bit, like top to bottom, like Tyler Boyd is super slept on in terms of the slot receiver. He always has been. And he always has been because he's played with guys like Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. But like super dependable. And you got a guy in DeAndre Hopkins who, you know, over 1,000 yards last year. I think he had 8 or 9 touchdowns. Like, a quietly pretty decent year. Then you had Calvin Ridley, who, at least I think, like, was he worth the money? No, he wasn't. But do I expect him to do better than last year now, maybe knock some rust off? Absolutely. Now, it's going to be a new offense, a new quarterback. That could take some time. But, like, I think the best Calvin Ridley, at least from this era of Calvin Ridley, is yet to be seen yet. If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I think when I think about like how I guess rank the wide receivers in the division, I go, okay, what happens if the top guy gets hurt? So if you go to Houston, what happens if Diggs gets hurt?
Yeah.
Well, they're pretty deep. What happens, and this is where I go to the Jags. Okay, so what happens if Christian Kirk gets hurt again? Well, one, you saw what happened last year. Not good. So you got to keep that guy healthy. But you've got Brian Thomas Jr., you've got Gabe Davis. They can hold it down. Let's say Michael Pittman Jr. gets hurt. Then you're relying on 2 really young players. How do you feel about that? I don't know. And then when you talk about Tennessee, if Calvin Ridley were to get hurt, I mean, I just think the Jags are, outside of Houston, are built better to kind of have that depth now. I think they addressed that. But again, you saw what happened when Christian Kirk got hurt last year, so you don't want that.
Yeah, no, for sure. Let's get this exercise going on. I like this exercise here. Let's go with the running back position then. Obviously, in the Colts right now, you got Jonathan Taylor, who has shown glimpses of being of top 5, and injuries sometimes have kind of, you know, brought him down that list a little bit. Tennessee's rocking with Tony Pollard and Tajay Spears. It'll be some combination of those guys. Houston, they just bring in Joe Mixon, Damian Pierce, who I thought was going to be an absolute stud last year for the Texans and hasn't really, I feel like, reached expectations of what he showed in college.
Yep.
And then Jacksonville, obviously, Tank Bigsby, who I think is going to have a lot of touchdowns this up-and-coming season with Travis Etienne. Go ahead and give me that ranking, Kasey.
I mean, I think Travis Etienne's the best player on the Jags.
Sure.
I think he's the best running back in the division.
I'm going to come with you as well. Like, Jonathan Taylor, when fully healthy,
Is a menace.
is an absolute menace, but I can't go there after last season. So,
No.
like, based off what we've seen, based off of injuries, and I get Etienne was hurt to start off his career, but hasn't shown any signs of slowing down anytime soon. Yeah, I think Etienne's the best running back in this entire league, or in the entire division.
I do too. And I think, like, with Jonathan Taylor, you can say if the injury stuff, and yes, and if he comes back 100% committed to being in Indianapolis, which he is now, like, I think he will have better numbers this year.
Mm-hmm.
But, again, it goes back to something you guys talked about a lot. Travis Etienne was still a 1,000-yard runner, double-digit touchdowns, and they could not get a yard.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're getting so much better in your run blocking game now, just from the center position. What does that do to Travis Etienne's numbers? We disagree a little bit. I think Travis Etienne's numbers goes up. You think Tank Bigsby numbers go up, whatever.
Yeah.
But I still think Travis Etienne is going to have a massive year. I think everything they've done this offseason offensively, although it helps Trevor, it also helps Travis Etienne, and I think he's going to shine.
And you know how I feel about it as well? I think Tank Bigsby makes a giant step forward. I think they use him in the inside the 10-yard line, a lot of goal line packages, a lot of power packages, and I think that's only going to help the run game as well. So I agree with you here, where I think the Jaguars have the best running back room in the AFC South. Who you going number 2 then?
Jonathan Taylor, Indy.
Going Indy. Okay. Over Mixon?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Mixon, the question will be is how much does Mixon have left? It feels weird to say, but Cincinnati, I mean, I understand they pay a lot of people, but like they gave up on him for a reason. You know what I mean? So what does that look like? What does the offense dictate for Mixon? I think he's still got something left. Who knows what Cincinnati feels like, but I'll give it to Jonathan Taylor right now. Because I think Jonathan Taylor's back to healthy, back to bought in.
Yeah.
And I think he'll be a menace, but...
Well, and you would think I think this season you think they're going to use Taylor a lot more than Mixon, like in terms of having to depend on it.
Yeah.
Because Houston's so stacked at the wide receiver position and pretty good solid tight end as well, where theoretically how many times would even Mixon get the ball?
Not,
and
14,
yeah,
roughly.
And the Colts have added too. They've added to the receiving core. They got A.D. Mitchell, but
they want.
You're still going to have a heavy dose of Jonathan Taylor.
They need to run the ball for AR.
Exactly,
in my opinion.
Exactly. Yeah.
And C.J. Stroud, they're comfortable with having him throw it 50 times a game.
I mean, I think ideally, if you're the Colts, you want to go with the Ravens' philosophy of what they do.
Mm-hmm.
You have Mark Andrews, you have Zay Flowers now, you have some capable wide receivers. But you're always going to run the ball first, then set up the run. And obviously having Lamar Jackson, too, that's always a threat to take it to the end zone as well. So then you're going to go Colts number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, then? Are you giving Mixon? And then number 4 is going to be
Tennessee.
Which I think, once again, I've said this a couple of times, I don't get the Tony Pollard hype. Now, maybe I say this and he rushes for 2,000 yards this up-and-coming year. But I just think, I don't envision Tony Pollard as more... He's kind of like a third down back. Like I see right now in Tennessee, you have Spears and you have Pollard, and I see 2 of the same type of back.
That's why I thought it was weird that they go for Pollard, because I thought Spears had shown you a little bit, like complimenting Derrick Henry, not a ton, but enough to sink.
Tore the Jaguars apart. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
So I thought that there was some reason that they could consider making him like their lead guy, bring in like a Tank Bigsby, if you will, just to complement what you don't have there, and then they go get the exact same dude. So that was confusing to me.
All right, so we all I think we're kind of on the same page here. Then last but not least, since we're doing this exercise just spontaneously, organically, which I'm always a big fan of on this show, go ahead and give me your tight end rankings then for this AFC South division. I mean, to me, it's Evan Ingram, hands down, number 1.
Yep.
Okay. And then if you want me to, so you got Dalton Schultz in Houston,
right?
You have in Tennessee, you're rocking with the Aquanico or whatever from Tennessee. Yep.
Okonkwo.
And then in Indianapolis, we just mentioned him. But according to this depth chart, and it could always change, Jelani Woods and Mo Alley Cox.
Yeah, you can give me Schultz in the 2.
Schultz at 2. And then whatever. I mean, it's like, similar.
Yeah.
So we're having this conversation, Casey, and we're talking like, all right, Jaguars, second best wide receiving core, best running game, best tight end. Trevor Lawrence then, right? Like, this is going to have to be, once again, injuries are a thing, and knock on wood, they don't happen. But at least from the excuses of, well, who's he going to throw to? Does he have a running game that's going to have his back? Like, the offensive line blocking will be big, and we'll keep tracks on that as well. Because, I mean, if you want to rank the offensive lines right now, I mean, you go Houston number 1. Colts, I think, are up there too as well.
They get paid a lot.
They've
underperformed at times. But, I mean, yeah, probably because coming off what the Jags did, they made changes at center, but you haven't seen it yet. So coming off the last Jags offensive line you saw, I mean, not good.
Yeah. So then, I mean, and it kind of ushers the point a little bit too, where we always talk about, is Trevor getting paid this offseason? Or should they wait? I mean, I think if they can all stay healthy, and health is a big thing in this league, and I get you have to deal with injuries, but if they can stay healthy, Casey, like, I think we know what this is going to look like for Trevor Lawrence. And it's going to be good, right? Like, or are you kind of not?
No, I think that's the
plan that's been put into place.
Yeah, I mean, that's the hope. Yeah. I don't think there's any reason to believe it's going to be bad. I do think there are concerns in his game. Like, turns it over a lot.
That's the biggest one.
A lot of that, I don't know if I should say a lot of that, but a good amount of that is not the fault of anybody but Trevor Lawrence. Some of them, you had some wrong routes. It looked like, whatever that was.
Of course, yeah.
But there's
like a game like I think it was Baltimore, where he kind of went off for a first down and the ball just came out. Like, nobody hit it. Like, he just fumbled it.
There's stuff like that it's like, okay, they can add everybody. They can add every good player in the sport, but there's some things that he just has to be better at, and that's obviously the main one.
No, that's fair. You can't turn the ball over. Right? Doesn't matter if you're Patrick Mahomes, doesn't matter if you're Daniel. Like, you can't turn the ball over. That's priority number 1. And I get a lot of the issues, I think, that have stemmed from the turnovers is Trevor Lawrence just playing outside himself. Where whether you're coming off of a drop ball from a receiver that was right in his hands, you're coming off of a tipped interception that the receiver should have caught, you're coming off of 2 false starts, back-to-back drives, you're coming off of a holding penalty. It always seemed like the MO of the Jaguars the past couple of seasons has been shooting themselves in the foot and then trying to dig themselves out. And I think when you do that, when you're not a disciplined team, when you're not on the same page, when you keep having these dropped tip deflections, as a quarterback, it's frustrating, number 1, but number 2, it almost gives you like that more motivation to play outside yourself. Like, okay, well, you can't catch the ball, you can't, block properly, you can't line up on the run. Like, as a quarterback, then it's like, fine, I'm doing it myself. And when you have that mentality, fine, I'll do it myself. And like, being mobile is one thing, but obviously you're still a passer first. When you have the final do it myself mentality, then that internal clock goes a little longer. Then all of a sudden you play outside yourself, you're fumbling the ball a little more. Like, I think now we can comfortably say, and we'll see with Brian Thomas Jr. how he fits in here, but all we hear, Casey, is how smart this dude is. The football IQ.
Right.
Which you didn't read anything about that in draft reports. It was always the speed, the size, the explosivity, the route tree. Never heard of anything about his IQ. And now we're hearing all this from Doug Peterson, from Trevor Lawrence. He's a very intelligent guy. Great, because that's what you need, because you can't have guys running the wrong routes. You need dependable guys that will be at the right spot at the right time to give your quarterback confidence. And I think if this wide receiving core, and Evan Ingram included, and obviously Travis Etienne, if they can all stay healthy, then Trevor does not have to play outside himself anymore. Like, there's no excuse for it. Like, if we're sitting here in a year talking about how, man, those fumbles from Trevor, man, those, then you know what? Then, he's got some issues.
33 of them.
33 of them. I get it. And sometimes the stats, I feel like, can tell a story, but what you see on the field tells a different story. And I'm not making excuses up for Trevor Lawrence here. Not at all, because it falls on him. Your internal clock has to be better. You can't turn the ball over. Like, let's be honest, Casey, 33, turnovers is what it was, you said?
33 fumbles.
Fumbles, yeah. If he was taken the 4th, 5th round, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what we're talking about right now. But he was drafted where he was drafted for a reason. We have seen some great things, but now it's just him being more confident in this offense and him trusting the players around him. I think Calvin Ridley showed a lot in training camp. I was super excited for him. We were all saying, man, we haven't seen this type of guy before in Jacksonville in a long time. This route runner, this speedster. This could be a crazy year for Calvin Ridley. It was kind of whatever. Mm-hmm. Okay, it was at the end of the day. A couple games really just went unnoticed, if you will. But you got the sense that there wasn't the dependability on him from Trevor Lawrence. Like, I don't think Calvin Ridley had Trevor Lawrence's full trust. Now, I understand that sometimes it takes longer than a season to build trust. And you may not see that right away with Brian Thomas Jr. But he has the tools to be successful. Now the giant question is, well, there's really two giant questions. Can he play within himself, number one? And can Doug Peterson cultivate what we all think is going to be greatness from him, what we're expecting greatness from him this up-and-coming year?
Yeah, I think it's a lot of good points there, talking with Trevor and Brian Thomas and the whole thing and the trust, and that's what Brent's been big on. Yeah. But, and just to be clear when I say this, but people hear what they want to hear, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, no, you don't say.
I am in no way advocating for them to get rid of Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
But if you sit back on it, isn't it crazy that we're talking about, or potentially talking about, $40-50 million when it was 25 touchdowns, 23 total turnovers last year?
Yeah. No, and
like you're not there, but you're approaching Jameis Winston.
Yeah.
Who can't get a starting job.
Yeah.
You're talking about $50 million.
And listen, if I see the Gardner Minshew comparison one more time, I might throw up, man, because everyone wants to throw that comparison of the first 50-something games between Gardner Minshew's numbers and Trevor Lawrence's numbers. And if you haven't seen it, well, spoiler alert, guess what? They're pretty similar, okay? Gardner Minshew's going to, he'll probably be a starter for a little bit, at least with the Raiders, until they work somebody else in, but Minshew's going to be a starter, and Trevor Lawrence has been Trevor Lawrence. I get what you're saying there, Kasey, and I also understand that you don't have to pay Trevor Lawrence this year.
Right.
Right? You're probably going to pay him a lot more next year with the quarterback market and everything, but
I mean, not my money.
Yeah, not your money, but you don't have to pay him this year. You can kind of be in wait-and-see mode and see what happens. But I had an epiphany, which I'm sure you missed last week on the show I was with Hamby. It was just me and Hamby doing the show. And it came from essentially the conversation about Tua Tagovailoa. And my friend who's a giant Dolphins fan knows a lot and is also a lawyer, so he's good at arguing points. Because I questioned, like, why would you pay Tua probably top 3 money? And his whole thing was like, because you're looking at it from like a national standpoint. Like, you're not in the Dolphins locker room, and no, I'm not. But I understand the game of football. What I understand is that you're not going to pay Tua Tagovailoa all that money because he's not a top 3 quarterback. But then he said the thing that still sticks with me and makes the most sense, and it kind of has changed my tune about how I feel about paying Trevor Lawrence. No, Tua Tagovailoa is not a top 3 quarterback in the NFL, but they're not paying him that much money to be a top 3 quarterback. Like, when you pay Josh Allen, Kasey, you gave him all that money, you're expecting you're about to get a top 5 defensive end for a long time. You're going to be expecting 12-plus sacks a season, right? Because that's what the numbers say. It doesn't work like that for franchise quarterbacks. For franchise quarterbacks, they go, we want you this much. Here's what we're going to pay you. So the money doesn't necessarily say, we think you're a top 5 quarterback. Here's your money. The money says is, well, we can't draft anybody, probably. We can't trade for anybody, probably. Free agency? Nah, you're our guy. And this is how much we value you as our guy. Here's top 3 money. And I think the same thing with Trevor Lawrence. Like, let's go and play this out real quick. Trevor has a mediocre year next year, okay? In my opinion, worst case scenario.
Yes.
More of the same. Maybe a little improvement, but more of the same. Jaguars aren't in the playoff picture. You're wondering, man, is Doug Peterson going to be the guy? We're having all these questions. Well, if that's the questions that you're having with Trevor Lawrence, though, what do you do then, Kasey? Do you let him go? Do you bench him? Or are you still committed to him?
I'm with you where you're going because there's nothing you can do.
Nothing you can do, right? Like, the bet has been made,
Yes.
right? Now the job is to build around him, to give him confidence, and let him shine. So, are you about to pay Trevor Lawrence a lot of money? Yep. Will it be top 3? Yep. Could it be monumental, make more money than Joe Burrow? Possibly, right? Is Trevor Lawrence a top 5 quarterback? No. Not even close yet, honestly. Not even close. Yeah, he's shown good things, but I can name 5 better quarterbacks off the top of my head better than Trevor Lawrence right now. But that's not the point. It's how much do the Jaguars value him as their franchise quarterback.
It's fair.
Yeah.
It's dangerous.
It's
not wrong, but it's dangerous
No.
from the Dolphins standpoint, from the Jags standpoint.
No, from
anybody.
everyone's from Brock Purdy's standpoint, because Brock Purdy's going to get paid, Casey.
Yeah.
But once again, like, the guy's taking you to a Super Bowl. The guy's taking you on some runs. He was in the MVP conversation up until the Baltimore game. Well, I mean, and maybe if you're Kyle Shanahan, you can go, whoa, I can bring in anybody in and, have success. But then I look at, well, Trey Lance can have success there, and look where he was taken.
Yeah, that's fair.
And now he's in Dallas, I think, still. If he's So to me, like, and this is going to happen, and I already talked about this last week, but I'm going to repeat myself one more time because we can go back to this video. When Trevor gets paid, when Tua, hey, Dolphins fans, when Tua gets paid, hey, 49ers fans, when Brock Purdy gets paid, the national analysts and some people around the city will go, I can't believe they paid him that much money. He's not a top 5 talent. He hasn't shown he can be a top 5 player, but he's getting paid like it. And then I'll just go, you look at the market, it goes up every single year, and they're not paying for them to be a top 5 guy. They're paying because they're showing how much they are of value to the franchise. And that's what the money says from the quarterback position. Now, it's the only position I feel like that can say that. Because once again, with Josh Allen, it's like, yeah, man, welcome. $100 million, congratulations. But we need, at least 12 sacks this season.
Production.
Right? We need so much production, right? From Jalen Ramsey's perspective. If you were going to, it didn't happen here in Jacksonville, but if you're going to pay Jalen Ramsey, hey, Jalen, we love you, man. Going to need you to shut down every single wide receiver one that you face and average them to like 2 catches a game. Like, that's the expectation because you're getting paid like it. The quarterback's different, though, Casey.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
I guess we'll see.
And then this has been my TED Talk part 2 about paying your franchise quarterbacks a lump sum of money.
There you go.
All right, Nick, let's go to break here. When we come back, let's get into soccer a little bit, Casey.
Oh, boy.
You've been waiting to unleash some fury, it seems like, on this U.S. men's national team.
Trash.
So let's go ahead and break that down next. What the hell happened? Is it that big of a deal? I hear the word friendly. I don't care about it. It's friendly. It's a friendly. So you lost a friendly. It's all good, Casey. USA Soccer's going to be all right. Or are they in like severe turmoil?
We all have our favorite spots in town to eat, drink, and have a good time. And once in a while, we try a new spot. This new spot will soon become your favorite spot. It's 1937 Spirits and Eatery in San Marco. Where else can you get unicorn fish? It was really good. They have local fresh seafood. Try a terrific burger or a Jack's Hot Chicken sandwich. The ambiance is perfect for any occasion. The idea here is to have fun, have a good time. Whether you're chilling out on the couches, cozying up to the bar, having lunch or dinner, it's a throwback experience. 1937, when going out to dinner was like going to a party. They even have a photo booth. Who doesn't like a good photo booth? We recently brought the entire team out to try it, and everyone said, I'm bringing my significant other here to try it as well. The new spot becomes your favorite spot. Make 1937 Spirits and Eatery in San Marco your new favorite spot.
What started out as better people, better projects just keeps getting, well, better. That's Better Exterior Solutions, ready to help you create a better outdoor experience. Check this out. Motorized pergolas are the latest in technology to transform your outdoor space. Beautiful day? Let the sun shine through. Summer rainstorm? These pergola systems close automatically to keep the weather out. from residential to commercial uses. Better Exterior Solutions has products customized to meet virtually any existing architectural structure. With retractable awnings, screens, and hurricane shutters too, if you want unparalleled quality and expertise, you need Better Exterior Solutions. Get a free estimate by visiting betterexteriors.com or calling 904-902-4999. Better Exterior Solutions. Experience better.
You trust CGC to make your water great, and now you can trust CGC with your plumbing needs as well. Fast, convenient scheduling, licensed and insured. A quick call away at 904-552-1242.
You never know when you're going to have an issue with a shower, toilet, or maybe it's a sink that sometimes is easy to fix. All right, let's be honest. I'm not fixing anything. I'm totally staging this because when I have a plumbing problem, I call CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing.
Trained professionals, transparent pricing, customer satisfaction. Small problem or even a bigger issue. Maybe you need a new tankless water heater or something a bit more intricate. The experts with 25 years of experience at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing can do it all. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. That's 904-552-1242 or cgcwater.com. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
The friendliest golf course in town, the Golf Club at Southampton. Local golfers have no shortage of options when it comes to picking a course to play here in Northeast Florida year-round. Yet time and time again, I find myself here at the Golf Club at Southampton. Easy to get to off 210 in St. Johns County. It's family-owned and operated and renowned for being one of the area's most player-friendly. That's just one of the reasons we hold the Action Sports Jacks Dream 18 charity golf tournament here each fall. The Mark McCumber design layout is great for all skill levels of golfers, from the guys who bomb it a mile on the range to golfers like me who are just happy to put it in the fairway, which Southampton has very accommodating fairways. And if you need new clubs, come down to the pro shop. They'll fit you up and get you a nice new set, like they did for me. For more information on membership or to book a tee time and see for yourself, head over to golfsouthampton.com or call the clubhouse at 904-287-7529. The Golf Club at Southampton. It's the official home of the Action Sports Jacks Dream 18. Make it your home for golf too.
It's the place we party in football season with Jaguars All Access. Welcome to Spring Sports Brewery, everybody. Say hello to our guest tonight. That is Trevor Lawrence. You can bring your party or event to Spring Sports Brewery in Springfield any day and any time. Rehearsal dinners, corporate events, birthdays. Here at Strings, you can enjoy the inside area and the outside area. Good for any weather, good for any occasion. Watch the games, play the games, shoot some hoops. Beer? Yeah, they have that. Plenty of choices. And sure, this is a brewery, but Strings is also a restaurant, and the food is fantastic. A full menu made from scratch meals. And if you need String Sports Brewery to help with a party at your place, they cater too. Family, beer, food, sports. Spring Sports Brewery in Springfield.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
Welcome back to Austen and Kasey's Summertime Spectacular.
Nice.
Yeah.
Quality. It worked right away.
Yeah. Shout out to YouTube.
For free.
As you can see, Brent Martineau is gone for the week on a little family vacay on the West Coast, visiting some of the finest major league ballparks. We got Nick in the daytime pushing all the right buttons. Did I see, was Brent at the Giants game last night?
Unconfirmed.
Okay.
We can check.
I
Because
feel
he tweets every second of his
Well,
life.
I feel like there might have been a Giant. I don't know. But there was a lot of talk about Jacksonville residents or former Jacksonville residents dominating last night in baseball. So I don't know if he was at that game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's Brent.
Giants?
Oh, Bert. Yep.
Giants, and who are they playing?
Houston.
Houston. Okay.
And let me tell you something. Brent spared no expense. I think he's in the last row of the stadium. I mean,
in the nosebleeds?
He looks way up there.
That's up there.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, what a full game, like a full
You see
a
that
full
ballpark,
crowd.
though? It's great.
I guess it's the summertime, so kids are out, right?
Oh, yeah, good crowd.
But I'm saying, like, for a Monday night,
No.
Okay.
What else you got to do on Monday night?
I guess. Well, watch some wrestling, some hockey, Stanley Cup. You been following hockey at all?
Yeah.
What do you think about the Stanley Cup playoffs? Sorry, Stanley Cup playoff, because it's not playoffs.
I mean, shout out to Edmonton because
it was a good run.
Yeah, it was a good run. Yeah, they're done.
Over. No.
No, it's over.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
When we were at the other spot, went on a good old rant about Edmonton and how it was this was when they got eliminated in the first round last year. I just went on a big old rant about how it was ridiculous that you have the best player that, when it's all said and done, maybe ever that will live.
Yeah.
And you can't win a playoff series. And then you've got another top 5 player in the sport, and then you've got supporting cast. So I did all of that. And I did it for years because they just kept underachieving what they should have done. Yeah. And then now they get there, and they're going to lose to a team with no fans. So, I hate the Florida Panthers, bro, just to be real.
Really?
Yeah, because they're not the Lightning. They're like,
oh, okay,
so
yeah.
But here's the thing about the Florida Panthers. They ain't got no fans. This is a proven fact. They're out there giving away. If you are watching the Stanley Cup playoffs and they show the Panthers fans outside, in the stadium, and it looks filled, here's what happened. 1, they're seat fillers. You know how they do those? So those are seat fillers. 2, those are people that just found out the Florida Panthers exist and say, hey, cool, I like this shirt. I'm going to get
Miami, man. It's Miami.
Nobody has any clue what's happening.
These things to do in Miami.
Them boys got no fans. None. Okay. No fans. It's going to be the worst championship parade ever because there's going to be nobody there.
Will it make you mad that if next week when we're on break, I might go because I have a connection to go to a Stanley Cup game in Miami?
Would it make me mad? No, you just proved my point. You're not a fan, but they got to put people there somehow.
Hold up.
You're not a Panthers fan.
Hold up.
You're a hockey fan.
I'm a giant hockey fan, number 1.
Not a Panthers fan.
They might be my second favorite team in the NHL.
Why?
Because they're gritty. Because I love the way they play. I've said it the entire from week 1 when I was not week 1 because the season started before the show started, but from when the show started, I was excited for Detroit. I thought Detroit was finally going to go back to the playoffs. Well, didn't. Exactly. Choked at the last game. Well, they won the last game, but then I can't remember. I think Washington. Yeah, Washington screwed up for everybody because of Boston. So Detroit was out of it, but I've said many times on the show, Casey, despite what the fan base says, I love watching the Florida Panthers play because they're sound, number 1, but they play with the grit and tenacity.
You're the only one.
And that's what I love about hockey because I've said this when I broke down the Stanley Cup final. You have Edmonton, who, by the way, I've been campaigning Connor McDavid on the show so many times because Hamby and Brent don't care. And I'm like, you guys don't realize how good this guy is. And they're like, we never heard of him. I'm like,
yep.
It's like the modern day Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah.
Okay. It's essentially, Sidney Crosby, I always kind of felt a certain type of way about him because I didn't like him. Personal reasons, being a Wings fan.
Right.
But yeah, McDavid is the hottest thing in hockey right now.
Mm-hmm. He's great.
And he makes it look effortless. So it's stupid when you watch a Connor McDavid highlight because you have guys busting their you-know-whats out there, and here's Connor McDavid just casually blowing past everybody like it's his job, and then, getting a crazy 20-foot goal. And yeah, I do this all the time. Mm-hmm. It's basically what his reaction is. So I like all that. And Edmonton, I've said the whole year, their offensive firepower cannot be denied. Draisaitl, maybe the second best player in the entire NHL. Mm-hmm. So you have the best offensive team throughout the entire playoffs. You had 3, count them, 1, 2, 3 in terms of all the teams in the playoffs, the highest point getters on this playoff run. And by the way, and then you also had, in terms of most goals in the playoffs, also came from the Oilers. So yeah, offensive juggernaut. But this is what I love about hockey, Casey. Offense and scoring and star power doesn't mean anything if you go against discipline, grit, and toughness. And that's what the Florida Panthers are. And that's why I love the Florida Panthers and watching them because it's almost like somebody tells them every single game that you shouldn't be here, that you guys suck, and they come out with a chip on their shoulder.
Not their fans. They ain't got none.
Well, regardless of the fans, hopefully I'll get a front row seat then.
See, this is my point.
Some glass.
This is my point. Okay, you could be a fan adjacent of the Florida Panthers. That's fine. But the point of the story still remains, you got a hookup to go for free.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Nobody is buying tickets to go to the Florida Panthers. Nobody likes them. Nobody cares about them. Yeah. They are the most irrelevant team. This is crazy if you think about it. They are the most irrelevant team in major United States sports.
Okay.
Nobody thinks about the Florida Panthers, and they're going to win the damn Stanley Cup. And nobody cares or knows who they are.
So, okay, do you think the NHL needs the Oilers to win? You need McDavid to... Because here's what I think.
Probably.
I think McDavid's the best thing in hockey. I think everyone would agree with me.
Yes.
But also, I think if he doesn't win one, at least one, what are we talking about? Like, and he's got plenty of years ahead of him. But I think the same thing could have been said for Alexander Ovechkin. Like, I was a huge OV fan. But you didn't like him?
Nah.
No, you don't. Well, why? Because he's Russian?
No,
I don't know. Like, what?
You don't play for the Lightning.
I don't feel okay. You don't play for. I got you. I always respected Ovi just because, like, he's kind of like the seasoned, gritty, like, the guy can do it all.
Yeah.
Right? And he finally won one, and that put, like, the exclamation point on his career, and he's still doing the dang thing and helped beat the Red Wings and keep them out of the playoffs. So how do I really feel about him? But with Connor McDavid, you have to win it. And I think in football, we talk about Dan Marino and everything, like, you can get, like, yeah, a Super Bowl defines your career. But, like, if you're elite, you'll still be respected as elite regardless, right? Like, Dan Marino's still respected. You know, Jim Kelly, I mean, you know, took him to 4.
Yep.
I feel like McDavid, if you want to be, and once again, he is along the greats, the numbers say so, but if you want to be immortalized in the Hall of Greats, you got to win a Stanley Cup.
No doubt.
And you have to hoist it.
Yeah, no doubt. And he's got time, but it ain't going to be this one.
Yeah. So you think the series is, because I think all this traveling, because Edmonton's a ways away from Miami.
We'll see.
So I think home ice advantage is bigger than ever.
We'll see. I just think Florida's good.
They're good.
They've been good all year. I mean, they're the best team.
Best goaltending.
Yeah.
Like I said, grit, toughness, and just balanced, well coached.
I would have said this before the series started, but now especially, like, I would be shocked if they don't win.
Yeah.
They're just really good.
But do you think the NHL is rooting for Edmonton?
Yes, you want the Canadian team.
Yeah.
Because it's been forever.
Is there any other team, I'm trying to think around the NHL, maybe like Arizona, but I guess they're moving eventually?
They're done. That are irrelevant?
Like, yeah.
Oh, I mean, nobody's more relevant than Florida, but like,
I mean, you had like the Atlanta Thrashers back in the day.
They were relevant.
But the Blue Jackets, I mean, they got to.
Blue Jackets is
Midwest.
I'm sure the people in Columbus are pretty fired up because that's all they got.
True.
They got that in MLS.
Ohio State, football and stuff.
I guess.
But
1 day a week.
Yeah.
For
but
4 months.
Anybody else irrelevant that sticks out to you, kind of like the Florida Panthers, or not?
Not
like. Listen, I would have said the Knights, but then I've been around Vegas when like night season's going on. They've embraced that team.
Yeah.
Which is wild to me.
St. Louis Blues, they won.
They won one. Yeah.
I don't know. There's nobody.
But
the Florida Panthers. So irrelevant. Sunrise. Anybody know where Sunrise? They're not even Miami. They're Sunrise. They suck. They're terrible.
Well, let me just say this, Kasey. As someone who went to this past NHL season, went to my first NHL game, actually, was in Tampa Bay with the Lightning.
Shout out.
And I was a couple things. Number one, great arena.
Oh, yeah.
To see a hockey game.
Fantastic.
Number two, like, the fans, it's hockey. You're gonna jaw jack back and forth a little bit.
We got kind of stuck up when we started winning.
But you guys came out. Like, obviously, because the Wings travel like the Steelers or the Cowboys. You know, like the Wings are kind of like America's team, I would always say. So, like, there's Wings fans out in full effect, but Tampa kind of showed their own there. I was surprised how, because I'm thinking Tampa, I'm thinking like the Rays, right? I'm thinking like, you guys you're fans, but you're probably not going to go to the playoffs this year if you're Tampa Bay. Like, how much of a fan are you? And they still pulled out.
So I said this to Brent a while ago at the other spot, and he argued with me, but, like, trust me, I'm right. I mean, he don't know. He's not there. I've been there. I live there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The Lightning are the team in Tampa. It's not the Bucks. Even like when Brady was there, they had that little run that was cool.
Sure.
It's not the Bucks. Nobody cares again. It's not the Rays. Nobody cares. It's the Lightning are the Tampa team.
Yeah.
So, like, they always get the good crowd. Like, just that's the team that people in the city rally around. Like, when the Bucks were good, yes. If the Rays ever get good, they would. But like the number one team in Tampa, and you can't tell me any differently. Tell me how big the NFL is. I don't care. It's not the Bucks. I've seen it in real time. I saw it when the Bucks sucked. I saw it when the Bucks were good. I saw it when the Lightning sucked. The Lightning were terrible, and the place was still packed. Like, it's the strangest thing, but Tampa is like a hockey town. It's just what it is.
No, I mean, and you're not wrong. Like I said, I was pleasantly surprised with how many Tampa Bay Lightning fans, and definitely a down season, a disappointing season.
Yeah.
Towards the end of the year, came out to support, and it was a great atmosphere.
You should, when the Red Wings play the Panthers, you should go because there won't be any Panthers. It'll be like a Red Wings home.
I'll probably get better seats then
because they got no fans. Nobody cares about Nick. You ever heard of the Florida Panthers before? Like. When you lived at, did you live in Tennessee?
What does Tennessee have for hockey?
No, this is perfect. When you,
that is the
That's
Preds.
pretty irrelevant.
That is really irrelevant. You're all throwing catfish on the ice.
Did you know anything about the Florida Panthers? You're lying if you
Come on, Nick, you did.
I guess not.
Yeah!
I guess not.
Dude can be so swayed so easily.
No,
they're irrelevant.
Like
You care about hockey at all?
ignorant.
Okay, that's fine. It still proves my point. I don't care.
Like I am hockey
I'll take
ignorant. But of course, like Red Wings, and
Come
I
on,
know
Nick.
a couple of the bigger teams. The
See?
Preds
There we
were
go.
relevant for a bit.
Yeah.
But I mean, the catfish on the ice thing or the fish on the ice.
Well,
is kinda
and
weird.
listen, and I'll be honest. So like, Florida hasn't had a lot. I mean, they've had success recently, and they went to the final in I think '97 or '98 when I was a kid. I remember watching it when they played the Avalanche. Like they were relevant, but like,
Well, take your word for it. 'Cause nobody saw it. Nobody
but I can't stand the Panthers fans though. Like
There's
I can't.
none!
No, I'm not the Panthers. The Preds.
Oh.
I can't stand Nashville because they were irrelevant. They have a lot of success. And all of a sudden, it's like the hot ticket in town. But it wasn't like the hot ticket in town in terms of, hey, we're hockey fans. It was like, this is the place to be at.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, it's the fashionable thing to go to.
Right.
And that drove me crazy. So
That's fair.
I would put Nashville even worse than the Florida Panthers.
No, I mean,
That's just me. But speaking of, you know,
I'd agree.
yeah, thank you very much.
I'd agree.
And he's from there, Casey.
I'm not from Nashville. But
Well, but he has ties.
did you go to Tennessee?
no, I didn't. No,
What?
AC. No, look, I'm
What?
just a fan. I
Okay.
wasn't a
Yeah,
student.
all right.
I know there's a difference.
No,
it's fine, it's
I didn't
fine,
say
it's
anything.
fine.
My composite ACT score was a little too low.
I'm with you. Listen,
A little too low.
I'm not.
Left through low.
I'm not arguing with you. All right, here's my point. You're in Tennessee.
Yeah,
You're at. They got Publix there.
yeah.
You're
Not as many as down here, but I got a couple.
You're at a Publix, and you see a person in a Florida Panthers T-shirt, and I guarantee you said, "What is that?
Yeah.
What is that logo?"
I don't know that I've ever seen one.
That's exactly even better.
Admittedly, that's a little far up north, but the Preds had a presence, even as far south as Chattanooga, where I'm at.
See,
Had a presence.
that's real because they're a
Saber-toothed
real
tigers.
team. You know where the Panthers have a presence?
Their mascot
Nowhere.
is a saber-toothed tiger. When's the last time you saw one of those?
Cool though. Better than
Is it?
better than a panther?
With those ugly ass yellow jerseys and a saber-toothed tiger? Get real, Casey.
Jerseys are rough, but the logo's cool, bro.
I'm okay.
Saber-tooth tiger.
Give me the Florida Panthers over the logo. Casey.
I'll take the Preds logo over the Panthers.
You guys,
you.
you guys have zero fashion sense.
No, the
You guys
Panthers
have zero
logo is like
fashion sense.
1999.
Yeah, it looks great.
Photoshop.
And then those
It
alternative
could've
jerseys,
been
when they go
okay,
like
but it hadn't been.
the Carolina Blue Panthers jersey. I mean, come on, Casey.
Yeah, we're wearing Carolina blue in Miami.
Top 5. Look at Miami, the neon. That's all they got is like pink and blues and top 5 NHL jersey. They're alt jersey.
You
Look
are
it up.
bugging.
Nick,
You are
Nick in
bugging.
the daytime.
Whoa.
Nick in the daytime. Show me that Carolina Panthers alternative jersey. Pull it up whenever you can. And in the meantime, Casey, more weird and wacky sports.
You mean Hurricanes or Panthers?
Panthers.
Florida Panthers.
Did I say Hurricane? Sorry.
I think you said Carolina Panthers.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, I'm all over the place.
Hurricanes though, good one for irrelevant.
Hurricanes are good though, man. I like
They are,
Hurricanes.
but I mean-
yeah, I know Carolina. Okay, so hit me with this then, Casey. The U.S. men's national team loses a friendly
Yeah, 5-1.
in this 5-1. It was. I didn't know what the score was.
5-1.
Okay, at home essentially.
Well, in this country, yeah.
Where home?
I mean, yeah, they are at home.
It's at home.
technically.
Where they played? Do you know where the game was at?
Yeah, it was in Maryland, the Commander Stadium.
Okay, and who they play against?
They played against a opponent that they had no losing to. They played against an opponent that will also compete in the tournament that they're competing in coming up in Colombia.
Okay,
They played Colombia.
Yeah.
Not the tournaments in Colombia, but they played Colombia.
I'm seeing a lot of soccer fans calling for the head coach's job or the man, whatever you want to call him.
Yeah.
I don't watch Ted Lasso. Is it the manager?
Yeah.
Okay, the manager's job, coach, whatever.
However you want to.
Yeah. What's the issue right now with U.S. men's soccer?
Trash.
Yeah, but like what? I mean,
So-
you just can't say.
I know.
Yeah.
So basically, the situation is this. If you didn't follow it when we talked about it a while ago during the World Cup, that was the last time most people paid attention to soccer.
Correct.
There was some stuff between U.S. Soccer and their head coach at the time. They part ways. They didn't have a coach for a while. They were, doing their thing, operating under like an interim manager situation.
Okay.
They decide to bring the same coach back, which is what got people to start up in arms, because you basically, more times than not, you have the coach for like the cycle, right?
Yeah.
The World Cup cycle. So they went through a cycle with Greg Berhalter, and it was okay.
Mm-hmm.
And there was no real, in my opinion, reason to bring him back.
Okay.
They bring him back.
Okay. Just out of being comfortable and
They
like
did interviews. They did everything.
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
decide. I mean, they say that there was player support. Christian Pulisic publicly, I guess, endorsed. I guess I saw it.
who's
Endorsed him.
essentially like
He's your best player.
he's the best player.
Yeah. So all that happens, and now you go into a cycle where the next World Cup is in the United States.
Yes.
Like, this is your chance, right? To make people
home field
care.
advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're in the Copa America this year, which is basically the equivalent of like the Euros for Europe.
Correct.
It's all of South America.
Yep.
But you're in it because you're hosting. So
Oh wait, so like Mexico's not in it, or no? They
the South American teams are still in it, but the United States games are in the United States, so they're in it as well. They're
okay.
hosting.
Is Canada in it? So it's like North America and South America. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if Canada has an invitation this year.
Okay, if they're
but
that
it's
good.
like your previous winners like Argentina, but like
Gotcha.
Argentina, Mexico, all of those
Okay, so
South American teams.
some heavy hitters like
Yeah.
Argentina,
Brazil.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Okay, heavy
Brazil's
hitters.
a massive team
Yeah.
that will be in it. So you're in that, and you have an opportunity to kind of win a major tournament because it is a major tournament. And then your first get together to warm up for the tournament, because the tournament's in a couple weeks.
Okay.
Your first opportunity to show what this kind of installment is, you get blown out by a team you shouldn't lose to at home on your turf. So the problem I have with it is like the way that it looked.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said it, like a friendly who cares. That's literally like, that's what I felt like the pregame message was. It's a friendly who cares. Like it looked like the best way I can describe. You play FIFA?
I have back in college.
Trash?
What do you mean trash?
Are you trash at FIFA?
I mean, in college I was pretty dang good.
Okay, so
but now I used all the best teams.
All right, so the
Shout
best
out to Barcelona.
the best way I can describe it is if you went out and bought the new FIFA today,
Okay.
put it in. You got PS5?
Yeah, I do have PS5.
Put it in the PS5 and
Yeah.
said, you know what? I was really good at this like 10, 15 years ago. Let me put it on the highest difficulty and see what happens. And then you get the ball and you like dribble into traffic and they just take it from you. Or like you're like, oh, that guy way over there is open, but he's not, and you pass it to him and then you get picked. That's basically what real life was for the U.S.
What it looked like.
It was terrible. It was disgusting. It
All
was
right.
foul.
So Casey, so is this a lack of talent? Is this
No.
coaching not putting their players up for success? No motivation? Like, because like you said, this shouldn't happen, especially on your home soil, especially with a big tournament coming up, and then eventually the World Cup as well. So like, what needs to be fixed? Or are you just kind of screwed?
It's not a lack of talent because they're good enough to not look like that, right?
Of
Like,
course, yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know if they're good enough to win the tournament. I don't know that to be true. But I do know that they're good enough to compete. They're good enough to be in these games. So it's not a lack of talent. I think the coaching could be questionable. I think the focus or whatever is definitely questionable because you now go into a friendly after that. After you got your tail kicked, you go into a friendly, your last one before the tournament against Brazil in Orlando. So
Who I assume, like, once again, I don't follow it religiously, but I assume
Yeah.
Brazil is still one of the best teams in the
yes,
world.
yeah, top 5.
Yeah.
Uh,
Are you going to that game? It's in Orlando?
I was going to, but
Okay.
no,
Okay.
not anymore.
Gotcha.
That's
Gotcha.
just despicable. If they play the way they played on, what was that, Saturday or Sunday? If they play that way against Brazil, they will lose by 10. it will be the most lopsided soccer game in the history of the world. I don't know what that is, but look it up. It'll be that. So they got to figure it out because when they get into the tournament, they do have easier matchups to start, but like it's just bad.
Okay, so say theoretically that it goes horrible against Brazil.
Yeah.
Like even more embarrassing. Trending topic, everyone's making fun of the USA national team.
Yeah.
I mean, do they run the risk of then, getting rid of their manager and having to like quick grab somebody and implement a new style? Or are they so pot committed now with where they're at and the schedule and everything where it doesn't matter what it looks like, they're keeping their guy?
My guess is they're pot committed, but if they like don't win a match, if they just get blown out and get embarrassed, then yeah, you have to do something. Because you have to salvage, because as much as this is a tournament that people care about, like people in America don't care.
Of course, yeah.
You care about the World Cup.
World Cup.
So like you have to, if it's bad, you have to salvage it and try to salvage it for the World Cup in 3 years. You know what I mean? So I would guess that they won't because that's my gut feeling, but I think there's a way that it could look ugly enough that they will. It's bad though.
I mean, and the World Cup's still a couple years away, right?
Yes.
Yeah. The last time I believe they got out of the group stage, then lost to the Dutch, right? And was it close or was it? No, it was embarrassing. Yeah, that's right. It's kind of embarrassing. I mean,
Christian Pulisic went to the hospital. It was bad.
That's right. Can you see them improving off of last year's World Cup performance, or because it's like you said, Kasey, nobody really cares. I feel like about the Copa.
I mean,
or I mean, like the hardcore soccer fans,
yes,
sure,
correct.
but like
casuals.
What the casuals like myself are going to judge the U.S. performance on will be the World Cup,
sure,
right? Because that's what all the hype is at. Even like the Olympics, like you said, it's like the U20s. Like, yeah, you can get excited and everything, but like it comes down to the World Cup.
Yes.
So people, what I would want to say is they want to see progress. They want to see a better showing than they showed, the last 4 years against the Dutch and going out kind of embarrassingly. Like, do they have a chance to get, number one, get out of group play, but number two, make a further run than they did 4 years ago?
Yeah, they can. I mean, again, it's not a talent problem. Like, they're not as talented as like maybe Brazil, Belgium, something like that, but like they are good enough. Like they could have and maybe should have beat England in the group, right? So they can, they're talented enough. But the lead up to the World Cup to me is you've got some of your important players in bad spots that you need to develop, and that's making the right moves to where they're going to play. Like you've got a lot of guys right now. Pulisic, who wasn't playing at Chelsea, makes the move to go to AC Milan and plays a lot, is really good. Like it's a good move. Gio Reyna's still trying to figure out where to play, and Gio Reyna is the guy that I thought was their best and most talented player going into the World Cup last year. He's where the drama came with everything in USA Soccer. Just go back and look it up. Just type in Gio Reyna, it comes up. But that guy's got to play because now you're not sure if he's actually good because he can't get on the field and nobody really wants him. So it's kind of a mess there. You've got quality in a lot of spots, but you need to play. Like that's always been the biggest problem with like the American players is like, yes, they go to Europe, but then they don't consistently play. And leading up to the World Cup, they need to consistently play so they're in good form. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's a long view of it, but like, that's most important, to have your guys playing so when you get in the lead up to the World Cup, everyone's in good form and you feel good about where you are.
All right, for final soccer question for you. You said next game is going to be against Brazil in Orlando. Yes. Will it look better or will it be more of the same and be even more embarrassing?
If it can't, it can, but if it's worse and more embarrassing, multiple people need to lose their jobs.
Yeah.
I don't care who.
a change must be made.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that's just foul.
Okay, fair enough. Before we go to break here, do we get the Florida Panthers jersey? Nick, in the daytime. Then all right. We'll go and take my word for it. But real quick, do we have the video of the NHL Combine of what a player was asked, Nick, or not? Or do you just want me to paraphrase it? Okay, yeah, no problem. We'll
but this is this.
Okay, so that's a jersey right there.
That's foul.
You can't tell me that's not a top 3 jersey in the NHL, Kasey.
That's gross.
You guys have zero. If you really think that jersey is bad, you guys have zero fashion sense. Put it up to the chat one more time so the chat can see it.
Okay.
If you think that jersey is an absolutely fire, absolutely straight gas, I don't know what you guys are on.
It's gross.
I'm going to declare random drug testing for everybody in this room.
It's gross.
It's terrible.
It's a created team jersey.
You guys,
yes,
it's a created team
it's
jersey.
a palm tree and a hockey stick. That's Florida for you, ladies and gentlemen.
It's a created team jersey.
A 4-year-old could make this.
And the Panthers jerseys are that much better. Is that what we're talking about? The Panthers jerseys are that much. I mean, not the Panthers. The Predators jerseys are that much better.
Than this?
Yes,
dude. This is Microsoft Paint.
You guys are out of your minds. Honestly,
this is Microsoft Paint.
I'm not going to stand here. I'm not going to stand here and take this kind of abuse when the Nashville Predators are bringing.
Look at that. That's gas. You don't want to deal with that guy.
That looks like the saber-tooth tiger from Power Rangers. You're all a bunch of walking Power Rangers on the ice.
Better than Microsoft Paint.
No, man.
Go Power Rangers.
No. You guys are out of your mind.
Give me Jason David Frank. May he rest in peace. But the GOAT.
May he rest in peace for sure. No, that's a dope jersey, and I don't care what you guys say. That is a top S tier type of jersey.
This is like in the 90s. I wasn't alive, but I heard about it. When the Major League Baseball, when they did all those like futuristic space jerseys, did you ever see those?
I don't think so.
Oh my goodness!
And in the 90s, well, we'll have Nick bring that up later.
Because this is foul. I mean, this is terrible.
I think it's one of the best jerseys in hockey.
You're way off.
And I've seen it in person. I've seen people rock it. And by the way,
you ain't see nobody rock it.
You
ain't see nobody rock it.
Oh, the youth around here is rocking it.
No, they're not.
I have seen 2 of those Florida Panthers jerseys, not exaggerating, around town.
You know why? Because somebody's grandma went into a store and said, "Oh, this looks like something good for my grandson."
Nope. First of all, you can't take the Nick approach and go in a store and get it because they probably already sold out because they're that fire. So you have to get it online. Number 1. All right. So and a bunch of Nick in the daytimes hanging out. And somebody said that it looks like Sloth from or whatever that guy's name is from Ice Age.
Sid.
Yeah. You're really gonna bring that?
Sid's the sloth, not the.
Oh right.
Whatever,
Sid
man.
The sloth.
Y'all.
Whatever, man.
Who is that guy?
It looks like Sid the Sloth.
No, Sid the Sloth's the wrong guy.
No, with the beady eyes, that's what it looks like, though. Whatever. It looks like one of them.
It does. It does look like the Ice Age.
Okay, thank you very much. So we're rocking cartoon Ice Age jerseys over that beautiful, succulent, powder blue, good on the eyes, palm tree, hockey stick. It
Microsoft
says Florida.
Paint.
What part of a saber-toothed tiger does it say about Nashville, Tennessee? And go.
Nick,
and go.
Nick, this is you.
What I have no fandom for the Preds, to be honest with you. I don't know where it comes from.
You've been through Tennessee.
What would Seattle?
You claim Tennessee. You rep Tennessee. Give me one reason why you have a saber-toothed tiger as your mascot.
Maybe they dug one up in Nashville. I don't know.
Because they're predators. Ooh! Oh, wait, he might be onto something.
Because of what predators? What? Yeah,
saber-toothed tiger. That's a predator.
Of course. There's a lot of predators. I can name tigers, bears, lions. They're all predators.
They're all too classic.
What do you mean they're all too classic?
There's already a lions. There's already a panthers.
T-Rex, Velociraptor.
That'd be gas.
Stegosaurus. I don't know, man.
With you. That'd be gas.
Stegosaurus predator. I think they're more.
No, I think
vegan.
they got wrecked in Jurassic Park.
They got wrecked.
Not a chance.
Diego is the name of the saber-toothed tiger.
All right.
Diego.
The Nashville Diegos.
His name's Diego?
Yeah. Well, maybe the evil one. I'm trying to. I'm like looking them up.
That surprises me.
Because it's more like a Spanish name.
It's
hockey. Yeah, hockey in Nashville, and they went with Diego.
Wait, no, Diego's the name from Ice Age, not from the Pret. Yeah.
Oh,
come on, man.
I asked the question.
You thought the mascot's name was Diego?
Yeah. I don't know.
Wait, what? Really? No.
I was like, I don't know.
And by the way, and we'll put a bow on this topic, and we'll go to break here. So whenever I go to a city, I get my son a gift from said city. Mm-hmm. Usually it's sports related. So I went to Murray, but I flew into Nashville. Well, he's got tons of Murray State stuff, so I figured, all right, I'll get something in Nashville. Well, hockey is, I'm not getting him a Titans anything, right? So got to go hockey. Got him the Nashville Predator little plushie. Yeah, it could be the Sounds, but
Nashville FC.
Nah, we're all good. We want the Predators. Got him a nice little Predator plushie. I gave it to him. Oh, what's this? I'm like, it's the hockey team. He's like, oh, why are they a Predator? Like, why is it like a dinosaur? I go, no idea, buddy. I wish I had more for you. Can't tell you. Makes 0 sense. That's Nashville for you. Makes 0 sense.
Better than a Florida Panther.
Not even close. One of the best jerseys in all of hockey. All right, let's go to break. When we come back, we're going to reset a little bit.
No.
What's the latest out of Jags Minicamp? Do we have some audio to go off of? Do we have some audio to play off of? Plus, we got some big topics of the day. Bob Hurley, Mr. Hurley.
Dan,
I don't know. I get names messed up all the time, dude. When I have to like front run this whole thing, it's way too much on me. But Danny Hurley, thank you very much. Bobby Hurley, I feel like is
definitely a person.
He's a basketball player too, I think. Yeah, definitely a basketball player. Yeah, Bobby Hurley. Dan Hurley had a big announcement, much to the surprise of at least me and Kasey, because I think we thought he was going to L.A. Not so fast, our friends. I'm staying in Connecticut with the cold, with the snow, trying to go back to back to back. We'll break that down next.
In Northeast Florida, we love hanging out on the back patio, maybe grilling out lunch or dinner with the family, enjoying the good weather, or maybe enjoying the big game on the TV. Or maybe your favorite team in town, the Action Sports Jags team. This is great, except for when it's really hot or the bugs start coming out. But what if you didn't have to worry about that? Titan Outdoor Solutions will make your outdoor area a comfortable spot, any time of the day, any time of the year. This makes too much sense. Titan Outdoor Solutions can give your home an upgrade. Customized pergolas, awnings, controlled shade, even retractable screens. The solution to beating the heat and the bugs and getting more use out of your home is Titan Outdoor Solutions. And this can even help prevent storm damage at your home. Living in Florida and living in your home is already good. Now make it great. Quality products, custom work, locally owned and operated. Visit TitanShuttersAndScreens.com or call 904-484-7580.
People helping people. It's at the core of what Alive Credit Union is all about, and it's been that way for over 70 years. From 1954 to 2024, the mission remains to inspire financial wellness and give you a financially fit lifestyle. Alive Credit Union and its employees are committed to not only serving their valued members, but also our community here in Northeast Florida. That commitment includes a partnership with the Action Sports Jags 24/7 team as the presenting sponsor of all Armada men's and women's broadcasts this summer. Action Sports Jags and Alive Credit Union, a partnership that just makes sense when it comes to covering Northeast Florida. Alive Credit Union's commitment to our community also involves serving the financial needs of our first responders through the recent merger partnership with City and Police Federal Credit Union. Join the community and become a member of Alive Credit Union today. Find out the many ways you can be inspired in financial wellness at alivecu.coop.
I've been telling you about CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing for a long time now. Their drinking water systems remove up to 99% of contaminants.
We've had a Connecticut water softener and drinking water system in our home for more than 7 years. You can see the difference whether you're washing clothes, the dishes, or what I like to do most, fill this up for some coffee every morning, and mostly all day. Remember, if you're not filtering your water, you are the filter. Don't be the filter.
Right now, you can save $1,000 or more when you bundle the Connecticut Premier Softener with a Connecticut K5 drinking water system. The experts at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing will test your water for free and determine your water score. Don't know your water score? CGC will find out and recommend the appropriate Connecticut water treatment solutions so you can improve it. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. Financing options available with approved credit. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
The Action Sports Jags 24/7 network is streaming. I'm Stuart Weber, and I'm here to teach you a nice 3-step process on how you can watch all your favorite programming from the Brent and Austen Show every weekday 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. or the Cup Date with me. It's fantastic. We talk NASCAR. It's a great time. Wednesdays at 1 o'clock. All right, first step, easy. Download the Action News Jax app. You probably already have it downloaded on your phone, so you might already have that one taken care of. Step 2, see that stack of pancakes up there? You click that stack of pancakes, and it's going to bring down step number 3, which is a full screen of all the different streams that you can click on, including the Action Sports Jax 24/7 stream. You click that, the video's rocking and rolling on your mobile device. You're watching all the shows you want to, and you're having a good time. You can also do it on your smart TV with the Action News Jax Now app. I do it on my Samsung TV at home. It's a great way to watch it on a nice, large screen for all the content. That's the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network. Hope you can find it.
Everyone loves a good game night. Here you don't have to be the host. You don't have to clean up. They bring the food and drinks to you, and you can watch whatever you want on the big screens. It's more than a card room. It's a night full of fun with friends. Best Bet Jacksonville, Orange Park, and now the newest location here in St. Augustine, right off 95 at exit 311. A brand new clean room, a full bar and menu, my favorite sushi in town, and I love the fries too.
You don't have to just play poker at Best Bet. That's why I come over here to the table games and play one-card poker. That's a pretty good card and a win. One-card poker is like war as a kid, you against the dealer. And this isn't the only fun table game to play.
A friendly staff, a lot of fun. It's a good night out at Best Bet Jacksonville, Orange Park, and the newest location in St. Augustine. You can be a serious player or a novice. It doesn't matter. If winning equals fun, you're a winner every time at Best Bet.
I'll save you a seat, and I'll see you down here at Best Bet St. Augustine.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
Welcome back to the Austen and Kasey Summertime Spectacular. Damn, myself on me because I had to make notes of interviews that we got coming up. Nick in the daytime pushing all the right buttons. Him and his Nashville Preds fandom alike. I'm not going to get into the jersey anymore. I'm done with it. You guys have made your beds. If we clip it and share it later on the interwebs, I guarantee you guys will get so canceled in terms of your jersey takes, it wouldn't be funny.
That's fine. You can share any Panthers take I have. They don't have any fans to come after me.
Because there's no way you're going to say that Nashville Predators jersey is better than that alternative Florida Panthers jersey, but it is what it is. We all have our own opinions. But something that we can all agree on, Kasey, that this is going to be an extremely important season for the Jaguars for a lot of reasons.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And you find yourselves in minicamp right now. Limited access, I believe, to the media. Obviously, we haven't been out there. We've been doing the show. But we do have some audio. We do have some good sound of things. But before we get into it, Kasey, this is more of a training camp question, I feel like. But what are one of the biggest things you'll be watching for when you have access to go to training camp in terms of this team?
I think the question that I have about them, and I don't know if it'll be answered in training camp, but I think the thing that intrigues me is secondary as a whole, because Tyson Campbell, again, I said yesterday, bold prediction that he's going to bounce back and be that guy. I think he will, but it's got to look like that, right? So you'll start to be able to see health-wise in training camp, guys, if they're at, close to full speed or, what that looks like. And then I'm not sold on the other side of Tyson Campbell, right? So I think there's still some things that I would like to see there. I think when you're talking about a third corner who's going to play inside there, you have bodies, just who will be that person. And then I think when you're talking about the safety position, you know what's going to go on with Andre Sisco. But outside of that, I think there are still questions. So I would say that secondary is where I would be intrigued to see what's going on.
And, I think that a lot of people would say that just because it's the biggest question mark right now. I feel like you can kind of pencil a lot of guys into some of those spots.
Mm-hmm.
I think we both agree that Tyson Campbell is going to be the starter pending some kind of injury, some kind of setback, but he's penciled in. I think Sisco is penciled in.
For sure.
I think a lot of other things can be up for grabs a little bit. So, that's going to be the spot to watch in terms of the training camp battle. I agree with you. That's probably the number one thing to watch. But if I'm picking something else, it's going to be this defensive line and what it looks like. More importantly, because you know what you have on the outside. You know what you have with Trayvon Walker. You know what you have now with Josh Allen. Just got paid. Yeah, do you have the depth to be successful? We've been over this many times. I think they do, but do they bring somebody else in as well to rush the passer? Or are they happy with Gibson and everybody else like that? But when we talk about the interior, Devon Hamilton, hopefully takes a step forward now, coming off of a pretty serious injury last year that he played with. But what I'm really going to watch for is Mason Smith, and then go ahead and throw Jordan Jefferson in there as well.
Okay.
Because to me, those guys scream Trent Baalke picks, right? Like they fit the Trent Baalke prototype: big size, long arms, big hands. Maybe not necessarily the best productivity, but a lot of hype going into college. Now, can they tap that productivity and make them elite caliber players. Time will tell, but people would agree with me here when I say I think Mason Smith was drafted maybe a little higher than expected, right? Due to his lack of productivity. But once again, it comes down to injuries, it comes down to all these things. That's the one guy, and go and throw George Jefferson in there too, but Mason Smith to me is the guy that I think if you want to put an exclamation on this class, if you want to say, is this good or bad, I think it's going to revolve around Mason Smith. Like, I have a feeling Brian Thomas Jr. is going to be just fine. I really do. I think he's coming into a situation where he doesn't have to be the number one wide receiver right away. He can ease his way into that role. I think he has a suitable quarterback in Trevor Lawrence. He has an offensive mind in Doug Peterson. Hopefully offensive line that can help out, but like an offensive mind that's going to be there with Doug Peterson. So a lot to like with Brian Thomas Jr. Mason Smith right now is the ultimate boomer bust.
Yeah.
You know, like, was it just kind of some asterisks in college with injuries and everything where he didn't produce? Can he be the version of himself that he was going into college? And I think we have some audio here by Jeremy Garrett that may address that a little bit. We have Jeremy Garrett, defensive line coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars, talking about his defensive line.
Well, hey, how was it just being here, mixing with not only the new players that you're getting to know and coach, but also this whole staff? I got to believe that takes a little time.
Yeah, I mean, I tell you, man, we have some really good coaches and individuals on this staff. And everyone pulling in the right direction. So it's really not hard coming to work, working with guys who have the interests of the players in their mind first, and developing and getting the guys better. So all of us pull in the same direction. You know, I mean, it's an unbelievable opportunity to work with these guys. As far as the players, you know, it's just focusing on improving them each and every day. Like that's the focus. That's the main thing, to develop them, to get them better. And when you come in with that approach each and every day, like, it's really not about me. It's about them. It's about me doing my part in this organization and helping my guys improve. If they improve, we improve as a team.
I get you, never a finished product, but I mean, you got some studs on that D line. I mean, depending on how you want to characterize Trayvon and Josh and everybody else, but how do you make guys like them, guys like Eric Armstead, even better after what their resume already says?
Yeah, there's always room for improvement. There's a reason those guys have played, you know, for so long, and Eric has played in the Super Bowl because he's always looking for ways to get better. And there's different things schematically that's different from, you know, where he was previously. So it's learning that and learning the fit and learning, you know, how we want things done, and then also adding the value of his experience and knowledge and leadership to this. So we're really working together to develop the best product, develop the best unit. That's how we see it.
What do you see from Trayvon? Obviously physically, but his growth, and maybe looking back at tape from, you know, a 3.5 sack year to a 10 or 11 sack year, depending on who's counting and where he's going.
Yeah, I think you know, Bill Shuey's done a great job with, you know, working with Trayvon, and you can see the improvement from first year to the next, and then just watching him practice and watch how he works. You know, this is a guy that, you know, is working extremely hard in practice. He's not a guy that's trying to miss reps or take any time off. And so I just see him as constantly improving every day, a guy that's hungry. It doesn't matter where he was drafted. He's just working on the improvement. So you see that, and you see the rushes coming along. Like, you just see him improving overall.
He's got a bunch of versatility. It looks like you guys might have several guys with some of that, right? Yeah. How do you balance that, and how much of an advantage of that is for a player, but also for what you guys are trying to do?
It's a huge advantage to, you know, have players with flexibility, because now you take advantage of your matchups each and every game, which could be different. You know, and so you take advantage of their strengths and put them in positions where they're advantageous. And I think as a unit, that's what you're trying to do. It's not about, you know, the first wave of guys, the second, you know, there's no depth chart right now. So it's all about having the depth to compete. You know, the NFL, long seasons, and you want to play in the last game. So it's about developing guys all the way to the end, and the more, the better.
What about Devon? He had a tough year last year. How do you see what he's doing and the kind of how he'll impact what you guys are trying to do?
Yeah, love Devon. As far as the person, the individual, the drive to improve, all of that is there, as well as, I've watched him in 22 and you watched him play, and then he had the issue that happened in 23, and you look at him now and how he's practicing and how he's working, the explosion, the knockback from the one, even though we're not on with pads on, like you can kind of see the physical ability that he has. So we're really excited about him, being the man in the middle, like he was, and the goal is for him to come back this year and be even better than that. And so with all the guys, let's be the best version of ourselves for this season.
One last one, college game, NFL game. Seen a lot of guys go from that college game either back into the NFL game, or was that a motivation at you to get out of that rat race or whatever's going on there?
I don't think it was not. I was in the NFL in Cleveland, for 2 years, and then went back to college. I think for me it was the unique situation of Coach Peterson, Jacksonville, Ryan Nielsen, who's a guy I've always seen as being one of the best developers of defensive linemen and one of the best teachers as a coach I've been around. So it was the opportunity to be around him, to work around him, to be a part of this organization, to help improve this organization. That was more the drive than to leave the rat race of college. I get that question, often. I enjoy recruiting, all of that stuff. Obviously you get, more family time on this level, and I enjoy that as well. But it was more about the development and then what I felt like I could do here.
Jags defensive line coach Jeremy Garrett sitting down with Brent for a little exclusive one-on-one there.
You happy with Brent's work there?
Not too bad. I mean, I teased Mason Smith. I figured a Mason Smith question would happen, but didn't get it. But I get it, man. I mean,
bro was thinking about his vacation.
No, man. Depending how you want to characterize him, kind of like Brent alluded to a little bit. Excuse me, I just burped. It's Trayvon Walker and Josh Allen. That's the big. Those are the big selling points. And when you talk about the interior wise, it's a slept-on position. Mm-hmm. It really is, and it can goes kind of thankless sometimes. A guy like Calais Campbell really put it on the map in terms of what it could look like in terms of being dominant. Obviously, Aaron Donald, set a precedent as well. J.J. Watt, Chris Jones, but it does get slept on a little bit. But my biggest thing is what is the plan with Mason's? Because the guy's going to play. You don't take a guy in the second round. Mm-hmm. Regardless of where he's at, and say, yeah, we're just going to develop you. We're just going to, because come on, you're coming off of a season where you can go to the playoffs, so you don't have the luxury of just saying, hey, we're going to draft this guy now. Production wise, a little bit lacking, but we'll eventually we'll coach him up a little bit in the next couple of years. He'll be dominant. No, if you're a second round pick, you got to come in and contribute right away. And guess what? You're a defensive lineman, so you're not going to go on special teams. So you got to contribute in being on the line. And I think I've said this on the show. I'm not sure if you're here for that, Casey, or not. When I said if Mason Smith has 5 quarterback sacks, I might cry. I think you were here for that.
I was here.
Yeah, and I'm that good. I'm that good of an actor. I can do that. I'll cry on command for the right reason.
So between Mason Smith and Tank Bigsby,
yeah,
you're really expecting a lot from the second unit of the Jags.
Got to, man. Got to. Well, and you say second unit. Who's to say Smith isn't you're probably going to plug Hamilton in there,
yeah.
But there could be a battle between Mason Smith and Devon Hamilton.
Yeah, you could. I think it was interesting to hear about Devon Hamilton there, because I think Devon Hamilton is so important to what they do, and I think it's an not appreciated, because that's not the word, but an under talked about part of why things went terrible last year, because you didn't have. Really, you didn't have Devon Hamilton. When you did have him, he wasn't
himself
100%. Yeah, you didn't have that guy for a full year, and you had just paid him. Well, so I think he is an important piece of this.
You saw that in the run game as well.
Right.
That's where he eats.
Yeah. So I think Devon Hamilton's maybe a bigger part of this than I guess everybody thinks about or talks about, because I think he is valuable. You add a Mason Smith to that, and then YB says in the chat, everybody but Roy Robertson Harris being mentioned right now.
Yeah.
On that. And again, I don't know, I understand that they he's still here, so that means they see something in him. But to me, he's like, it always feels like he's the forgotten guy because it feels like you expect stuff from him. You don't really get it. You get it in flashes occasionally.
Sure.
But they continue to bring in this similar position, if you will, right? They bring in an Eric Armstead. They draft a Mason Smith. Like, they're always upgrading or trying to do some of that position. And it's like, well, Roy Robertson Harris is still here. I just don't know what you can count on from him at this point.
Roy Robertson Harris last year, 34 combined tackles, 3.5 sacks, which actually was the career best for him in terms of quarterback sacks. 3.5. No, yeah, and I get, like, it's not going to knock your socks off or anything. I think from what the Jaguars have paid him, some people would say, is he underachieving a little bit, not getting a contract? Like, it's like you mentioned, Kasey, he's still here for a reason, right? They would have let him go, traded, done something with him if they weren't buying into him. So I'm not sure where he fits in this defense. Like, we got to see what this defense is going to look like, right? But if you're talking about going more of like a 4-3, we'll see, what's going to look like. But like, then you kind of have between him Roy Robertson Harris because he's like 6'5", like what, 290?
Yeah.
Like a prototypical big defensive end in a 3-4, but like, do you put him down to obviously defense, like in the 3 technique, I guess is what you would put him at. But then can you also sub him in on pass packages where we have kind of, they call it a NASCAR package or a speed package where Trayvon Walker goes down, Roy Robertson Harris, and a combination of Eric Armstead then and Josh Allen, like, that's a possibility. So I do agree. We don't talk about Roy Robertson Harris a lot, but what does it really talk about?
No, I'm with you. I feel like there's always been expectation for him, and it's just like he's there.
Yeah, and
that's where we're at.
Exactly. And like, you're not going to call him a liability or anything, but it's
no.
I think people had higher expectations from what they paid him.
Right.
For what the hype was coming into Jacksonville a couple years ago and what you get right now. Are you a big Mason Smith believer or not? Like, do you think he'll come in and make a difference right away, or is this going to be a situation where you got to take your time, bring him along, and develop him?
I think he's intriguing. I don't know if you're going to get a lot early on. I just don't know if the situation dictates that. Like, I think you needed to draft players in the first couple of rounds that were going to impact, but again, like, they just have a lot of bodies at these positions. So, like, how is he getting on the field enough to make an impact, I guess would be my question.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm not sure what his weight is right now, but the combine, he was 6'5", 306. So that's your prototypical 3 technique, right? I think you want to see a little more weight if you plan on playing like the true nose. So, yeah, you put him at 3 technique. I mean, I see him subbing in and out probably with Eric Armstead. And I'm happy that Eric Armstead is on this team. I spoke very highly of him before. I think he's essentially like Calais Campbell Volume 2.0. We're a guy that's going to share a lot of, wisdom, and a guy that also plays at a very high level that can lead by example on the field as well. Like that's what you want with some young guys now in your interior. I think Mason Smith can definitely tie his wagon to Eric Armstead and hopefully learn from him and be a great player, but I'm not going to bypass the fact of you took this guy in the second round with the 16th pick. One would think that you draft somebody that high, there has to be some way you have to use him right away. At least whether it's in sub packages, whether it's in, a backup role, but he's still rotating in and getting a lot of reps. But if we're sitting here talking about how Mason Smith, like, where is he, why isn't he playing? Yeah, I'll have something to say about it, Trent Baalke, because you can't miss out on the playoffs, build in the draft in the second round, and not have that guy play that year then. You simply cannot do that. Yeah. Now, if he's coming up of a catastrophic injury, if he gets hurt in training camp, that's one thing. But by all indications, you should be ready to roll for training camp. If that's the case, there's no excuses.
Yeah, I don't disagree with the logic. Maybe it's just because it's the Jags, but I don't know. I really don't know.
All right, let's quick go to break here. When we come back, one of the most embarrassing days in LA Laker history.
Yeah, not good.
Not good for the LA Lakers. Not good for LeBron. We'll talk about that next.
I like to say everybody has a story, and sometimes we are part of other people's stories. That's the case here at Nimnicht Buick GMC. My family and the Nimnicht family. We've purchased 6 different vehicles from Nimnicht Buick GMC. Maybe you're in the market for a truck. Well, let me tell you about the GMC Sierra. I absolutely love mine. I've had a couple of these. This one's a 2020, but right now on 2024 GMC Sierras here at Nimnicht Buick GMC, there's special financing. A year ago, we purchased a GMC Terrain for the kids. Financing rates as low as 0.9% for eligible buyers on Terrains and no payments for 90 days. Looking for used instead of new? Buy a used car with the Car Bravo program. Nimnicht Buick GMC certifies all makes and models. Let the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville take care of you and your family. Come on out and see the showroom, meet the fantastic people, or shop online at nimnichtbuickgmc.com. Nimnicht, your friends in the car business since 1941. GMC, we are professional grade.
It's hard to put a price on comfort, especially when you use that comfort on a daily basis. But if we're gonna put a price on it, how does the lowest price guaranteed sound? Furniture Source is gonna have the biggest brands, whether it's Ashley, Casper, or Tempur-Pedic, and once again, it's gonna be the guaranteed lowest price in Jacksonville. Right now, my friends at Furniture Source are gonna give you the ultimate hookup because all month long, they're making their inventory wholesale price. Check out their markdowns up to 50% off. And remember, since it's Furniture Source, you're getting the guaranteed lowest prices in Florida or your money back. Don't have the cash on you right now? It's no worry. Shop endless options to suit your style and budget and enjoy 36 months off with no interest financing. Why use your money when you can use theirs? Whether it's beds, couches, tables, or chairs, Furniture Source is going to have exactly what you're looking for. Shop the lowest prices in Jacksonville guaranteed. Find the location nearest you at FurnitureSourceJacks.com.
I've been telling you about CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing for a long time now. Their drinking water systems remove up to 99% of contaminants.
We've had a Connecticut water softener and drinking water system in our home for more than 7 years. You can see the difference whether you're washing clothes, the dishes, or what I like to do most, fill this up for some coffee every morning and mostly all day. Remember, if you're not filtering your water, you are the filter. Don't be the filter.
Right now, you can save $1,000 or more when you bundle the Connecticut Premier Softener with a Connecticut K5 drinking water system. The experts at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing will test your water for free and determine your water score. Don't know your water score? CGC will find out and recommend the appropriate Connecticut water treatment solutions so you can improve it. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. Financing options available with approved credit. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
Oh man, it is that time. I love being outside, but it is just so hot. Oh my gosh, I cannot be outside. Well, you know, it doesn't have to be. As a matter of fact, I've got the perfect solution for you to be able to stay outdoors and not look like this guy.
GW Outdoor Solutions has the solution that will help you create areas of shade with their automated retractable awning. As the summer months inch closer, the high temperatures will be right there too. With GW Outdoor Solutions, go from scorching to cooling in no time with one simple push of a button. These innovative shade solutions not only provide protection from the sun and rain, but also add style and functionality to your home. Let GW Outdoor Solutions transform your backyard into paradise. Check out GWOutdoorLiving.com for your free estimate.
New to town or always been in town? Everyone is always looking for a good pizza place. Our place is Donato's Pizza. We love it and still do love it. When I tell my family I'm coming to Donato's, they say, wait a minute, you got to order some for us. So this is not all for me. Let me tell you what the Martinos get when we put an order in. Well, pepperoni pizza, we usually get more than one of these. And then there's the works, a little bit of everything. And then this is the pizza that can be polarizing for some out there. I don't know why. Hawaiian pizza, some love it, some don't. At Donato's, you're gonna love it, especially with that cinnamon sprinkled on top. Try the pizza my family likes or try your favorite. Right now, you can use the code Brent20 and get 20% off your order. Every viewer and listener is important to us, and at Donato's Pizza, every piece is important. From fresh ingredients to the dedicated team members and you, the valued customer. Donato's Pizza, where every piece comes together for a winning combination. Jack's Beach and Mandarin locations, Donato's Pizza, every piece is important.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
Welcome back to Austen and Kasey Summertime Spectacular, holding down the fort while the main boss, Brent Martineau, is out on the West Coast enjoying a little family vacation, checking out some baseball games. He's been to Oakland. He's been to San Fran. Now, one would assume that LA is going to be next.
Well, I think so. I think that's how the map works.
Yeah. Well, is he going to Padres? I don't know.
Yeah, he's going Padres.
He's going Padres too?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, do we know is so Dodgers and then Padres?
Angels, probably.
There's a lot of California teams, huh?
Yeah. So what you're telling me is what you think is the Angels are irrelevant because you just forgot about them.
A little bit, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, they're not that good of a team.
Gotcha.
Am I wrong, Kasey?
No. I'm just, so I started because you wanted to talk back about the Florida Panthers in the break.
Hey, I just wanted to say there's a trending video going around of a certain pop star by the name of Ariana Grande who's at the Florida Panthers game last night. Not like in the VIP suites. She was in the mix with the Panther faithful.
She didn't pay.
Cheering. May not have paid. May have been drinking wine from a very fancy glass. Like, I don't think you can have glass at games.
No.
But she was drinking from a wine glass. So there's perks. But nevertheless, you're asking, where's this fan base? Where's the fandom? Well, Ariana Grande is there supporting.
All I'm saying is...
Who does Tampa have?
Who does Tampa have?
For like, who's like your go-to celebrity that goes to the games?
Hulk Hogan.
I don't need to say anymore. Hulk Hogan hasn't been relevant in the past 20 years, Kasey. Hey. Nick got him too. Hey,
what's Ariana Grande done recently?
Oh, she's got some bangers, Kasey. Come on.
Recently.
I mean, the last 2 years.
Hogan's got bangers.
What has Hogan done besides welcome to Hogan WrestleMania? Like 3 or 4 years ago.
Are people still saying brother?
People are booing him more than anything.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. He's been through some stuff. He's been through some stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
But that's who's coming to the table. Hey, no disrespect to one of the wrestling greats.
But see, no, this is the thing.
Hit me with it. Can't wait.
We don't need celebrity fans. We got real ones.
Oh, come on, man.
You don't need them.
Okay.
How'd it work out for the Knicks and their celebrity fans? Trash.
Well, I mean, yeah, but it's New York City.
All right, so here's the deal, right? You're telling me the Angels are irrelevant. You don't even think about them in the landscape of sports.
I'm saying in the landscape of California Major League Baseball teams, yes, the Angels are an afterthought, even though Angels in the Outfield was one of my favorite movies as a kid.
1.3 million followers.
On what?
Twitter.
Because they had Ohtani.
1.3 million followers.
Because they had Ohtani, now he's gone.
Oakland A's. Irrelevant.
I mean, their team. Haven't been good. Yeah.
604,000 followers.
Okay.
Florida Panthers. Actually, let's wait.
Oh, here we go.
Who else is irrelevant? Give me something irrelevant.
Now we're going to Twitter metrics. How many? Who's irrelevant?
Who's irrelevant? Any sport. Don't do MLS. That's not fair.
I was just going to say. Irrelevant? I was going to say the Kansas City Football Club. Actually,
no. Who's irrelevant? Okay, the Arizona Coyotes that no longer exist.
Thank you. That's a good one.
Do they even still have their?
I'm gonna say like the New Orleans Hornets, maybe not New Orleans. The Charlotte Hornets.
Okay, I finally found the first sports team that has less followers than the Panthers. Now,
Jacksonville Jaguars.
It's a little. It's close.
Come on. It's close.
Was it me and you that did that thing the one time?
No.
Okay,
this is the first time we've done anything like this.
The Jags are. It's close. The Jags are one of few NFL teams that don't have 1 million followers. By the way.
Okay.
So just keep that in perspective. So the Arizona Coyotes that no longer exist,
correct,
have 415,000 Twitter followers.
That's rough.
The Panthers have 470.
What does Tampa have?
470 for the Panthers.
What does Tampa have?
Oh, what does Tampa have?
What does Tampa have?
What does Tampa have?
Now, I know recency,
what does Tampa have?
Recency bias because they won a Stanley Cup. What do you guys got?
They double them.
Double
854.
Huh? Really?
Yeah.
Okay, it's not 1 million, so don't sit here and brag like you guys are legit.
470,000 followers is so embarrassing. That's so embarrassing.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you, man. Ariana Grande is there. And then you're bragging about Hulk Hogan.
I'm not bragging about Hulk Hogan, who, by the way, has 2.1 million followers.
Hey, well...
2.1.
Okay.
I'm not doing Ariana Grande. I will not.
Look up, and then we're going to do a topic. What does Ariana Grande have? Because you just brought up, Hulk Hogan's got 2.4. Give me Ariana Grande's numbers right now, and don't exaggerate them.
I don't think she's on Twitter anymore.
She's on there.
I just typed it in, didn't come up.
Okay, give me some Instagram. I need something.
I'm not doing Instagram. She's probably got like 10 billion.
Well, what is Hulk Hogan's Instagram then? No, see now.
You think Hulk Hogan knows how to use Instagram?
Hey, Dan Hurley, we apologize. We'll come right back to you real quick. Let me go ahead and look at Ariana Grande's Instagram numbers real quick. Is she not on social media? Here she go.
How many posts are about the Florida Panthers, though?
Oh, my God. If you thought that my expectations of Tank Bigsby were crazy last year, hang on. Oh, look at all the posts of the Florida Panthers from Ariana Grande.
So the mascot?
This is a diehard. Look at this. You want to talk about a diehard? She's hugging the mascot. She's talking here.
I didn't see no hockey. I didn't see no hockey being played.
Casey.
That ain't no hockey.
She's literally right there at the hockey game hugging the Florida Panthers mascot. That was last night. Okay. Now.
Stories don't count.
Now.
Stories don't count. They go away.
24
hours and they're gone.
You guys are out of your minds. So you want to bring in Hulk Hogan and said, he's got 2 point, what is it? I'm sorry, Casey. I want to make sure I got the numbers right.
2.1.
2.1 million. Now, do you want to go on Instagram and see Hulk Hogan's numbers real quick? Or you don't care? You're just going to concede? Okay, so Ariana Grande, this is as of today. Now, it could change. 378 million followers on Instagram.
Nice.
Making Hulk Hogan look like the Arizona Coyotes of celebrity.
Sort of.
Sort of.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Now, if the Panthers win and Ariana Grande's out there, singing some song, like
she don't even know they're in the final.
You're about to be so upset when the Panthers win and Ariana Grande puts this team on the map and surpasses the Tampa Bay Lightning. Because it's going to turn into the place to be in Miami and South Beach, and they don't really play in Miami, but like they play by Miami sometimes. Yeah, Sunrise. It's going to be the place to be, and Tampa Bay with a 60-year-old Steven Stamkos is going to be an afterthought of the National Hockey League, and I can't wait for it.
If you have less followers than the Oakland A's, you suck. And the Florida Panthers have less followers than the Oakland A's. Also, the Nashville Predators, by the way, significantly less followers. So, it's just the Panthers are terrible. That's all it is. I don't care if they got Ariana Grande or not.
All right.
She's mid right now.
Let me tell you something, brother. Don't ever call Ariana Grande mid.
She's mid right now.
When you have 378
She's mid right now.
More than Jelly Roll. Look it up. Look it up real quick because I want to hear the disappointment live in color here. So go ahead and tell me how many followers Jelly Roll has. It ain't gonna be 378 million. Go and look it up real quick. I mean, I'm sure you have to cycle through different Jelly Rolls. What does he got, Casey?
3 million.
3 million?
3.
Hey, Jelly Roll's the Arizona Coyotes.
But he's hot right now. Ariana Grande is mid right now.
Dude's got 3 million compared to 378 million followers.
So what?
That's a country. She's
been famous since she was 4.
She could tweet out something right now to influence an entire country if she wanted to.
Which is terrifying.
It was so terrifying. It's almost like the Taylor Swift political thing that they thought it was gonna. Yeah, I mean she's on that level. Hulk Hogan, sorry man,
but she's mid right now.
But let me tell you something, brother. If I'm going to vote for somebody, yeah.
Classic.
No, shut up, Hulk Hogan, dude. Come on. Guy's over. I was always more of an Ultimate Warrior fan anyways. All right, let's get back on track here. Dan Hurley, though. Casey, yesterday we left the show. We gave our predictions. We're in the same boat. And what did we say?
We thought bro was going.
Yeah, we thought he was going. There's going to be a giant announcement. We thought maybe does he put the baseball hats out there? Does he kind of give a little bit of a fake out? Put the Lakers hat on, say, see ya, UConn. I'm tired of your snow. I'm tired of the cold weather. No, man. Dude stays loyal in a game of unloyalty. Dan Hurley is staying at UConn. Do we have the slide here of the exact comments? Thank you very much. Perfect timing. Nick in the daytime. I am humbled by this entire experience. At the end of the day, I am extremely proud of the championship culture we have built here at Connecticut. Definitely not at LA. We met as a team before today's workout, and our focus right now is getting better this summer and connecting as a team as we continue to pursue championships. Not what they're doing in LA right now. Dan Hurley, UConn men's basketball coach.
What's going on here? What is this?
It just might be like the image kind of got messed up a little bit.
Looks like an infection.
Yeah, maybe a tattoo. I don't know, man.
It's like a disease.
Yeah, I mean, we might have had some cheap jewelry on his wrist, and that's why it's a little green. But the bigger story.
Okay.
The bigger story is that Dan Hurley now is staying at UConn basketball. What kind of precedent does this set? And by the way, how bad does it make the Lakers look now that you've had LeBron James, right? We all thought Dan Hurley, LeBron James makes sense. You know, a new challenge. The dude is staying to try to win back-to-back-to-back. How big is it for UConn, and how sad is it for the Lakers?
I mean, it's wild for UConn because, I mean, who would have thought? You know, it's the Lakers. You know, it's not like the Pelicans.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm going to coach the worst team. I know the Pelicans aren't, but going to coach a random team in the league.
Team, yeah.
You're going to coach the Lakers, like LeBron. So the idea that somebody would say I'd rather be in Connecticut than California is pretty wild. I mean, I don't know. If they hadn't won the 2 championships, this isn't even a conversation. Like if they just won 1, I think, go for 3, okay, that's fine. But I'm just kind of stunned because of the money, of the opportunity, like to be the coach of the Lakers. Like, when you're talking about basketball,
yes,
we're just talking about the most irrelevant team ever, and that's the Florida Panthers. The most relevant team maybe ever, or at least in the conversation, is the Lakers. Like the Brent, the Lakers, the Yankees.
Listen, exactly. Like the Yankees and the Lakers are right up there, 1 and 2. You know what I'm saying? Like brand recognition, history, prestige. Like to me, it was all there for Dan Hurley. Like I thought the opportunity, and yeah, the money's one thing, but the name, the team was almost too good to pass up. At least I thought.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And against all odds, the bro will stay in Connecticut. So I'm sure money's not going to be a problem because Connecticut, there's a contract extension or something going on there that they're going to make it worth his while. But it is wild, just the idea that UConn beat out the Lakers in this scenario is wild.
Yeah, and obviously the people, and I get, like, UConn's always been a basketball school.
Sure.
Right? Like, they've had a lot of success, you know, men and women. It almost seems like if you want to call somebody basketball it would be UConn.
Yeah.
And I get that he wants to win he wants to go for 3 in a row. Only team to do that is the UCLA Bruins with John Wooden. And I can't remember if they actually won 4 in a row or not. I mean, they had like, you know, whatever, 8 or 9 in a certain, like, what they did was crazy.
Yeah.
But nowadays with players leaving early, transfer portals, like if Hurley is able to do that, it would be insane. It'd be insane. I'm sorry? 7 consecutive.
They won 7?
That's insane.
He should have went to the Lakers.
John Wooden?
No. Hurley, you're not getting to 7. You're not getting to 7.
7 is
3's mid compared to 7. You're not even halfway.
Real quick, and I get it was a different game back then. Is that the most impressive coaching feat of all sport? I mean, I'm sure I'm missing so many, but like,
7.
But you think of 7 championships in an NCAA tournament, right? We're not talking like conference titles here. Nick in the daytime.
7 national championships.
Yeah,
that's insane.
Yeah, 7 consecutive NCAA titles, 1967 to 1973.
Before, like,
first of all, let's say this right here: that will never happen again.
No,
never, not in our lifetime. I'm very confident in saying that. Is that the most impressive coaching feat of all? Like, on your resume, on your LinkedIn page, you're a head coach, and you say, I've won 7 consecutive NCAA championships. And it's not like maybe like major gymnastics or like, you know, I don't know, track. Like, you have to go through the gauntlet every single year of a tournament.
When people get upset every...
Of course.
Yeah.
Give me something more impressive than that.
I mean, myself and MLB The Show, I just want to straight. So, I'll at you, boy.
Who's your team in the show?
Get this, bro. The Nationals. That's why it's even more impressive.
Well, that's super impressive.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
Talk about irrelevant.
Put me up there with the greats.
Okay.
But in real life, yeah. I mean, yeah.
I mean, like, Belichick's up there, but like, he didn't win 7 in a row. 7 in a row.
7 in a row.
I mean, it's completely different sports and
Celtics
landscapes.
8.
In a row?
Yeah.
Same coach?
So I don't know about same coach. Well, that's fair. Let me see if I can find that.
Man,
out.
I'm getting schooled in basketball
So-
today.
50. Let me look.
50.
59
See, all right.
to 66.
All right, here's my thing.
They lose in 67. They pick back up in 68 and win 2 more.
Okay, so I got you.
So that's how many in how many years?
Through the 60s, the only one they lost from 60 to
Gotcha.
69 was 67.
Okay.
Still lost though.
All right, so here's
Yeah.
my thing.
I'm trying to make a point.
Honestly,
Yeah.
how many good athletes were there in 1959?
I know. Well, even you can argue in the 60s as well with the UCLA Bruins,
Like-
but it's still impressive, man. Like, I don't know.
No, I'm with it. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like, how many like real good athletes? Like the Celtics had Bill Russell, right? Is that about that time?
Yeah, of course, man. Bill Russell's a legend in Boston culture. Yeah.
Okay, so like Bill Russell was like what 7 something?
Yeah.
Did the other team have a 7-foot guy?
I don't know. The game has definitely changed.
Yeah.
So, okay. For the sake of the argument, then, if UConn in today's college basketball landscape was to somehow win their 3rd championship, how much, like, in terms of impressiveness, is that comparing to the Bruins?
Oh, right up there.
Yeah,
Because everybody has great athletes now.
of course. Yeah.
So like anybody can beat
And anybody
anybody.
became upset. Like,
Yeah,
very
More impressive.
rarely does like a favorite ever go on to win the championship.
except UConn,
Except UConn.
which is also impressive. But
yeah.
no, I think it's right up there.
All right. Before we go to break here, what do the Lakers do now? Obviously, besides licking their wounds, but
It's pretty bad.
JJ Redick now is another name being thrown around. Like, what do you want to see happen with the Lakers?
I mean, JJ Redick knows ball, so I mean, I get it. LeBron respects him. I could hear it, but I don't know what you do. I mean, I feel like you do go out of the box, though. I don't think you just go get coach that got fired recently, like everybody does. Like, I think it will be kind of an outside the box thing, which Hurley kind of was from where he was. So I think it'll be different. But yeah, the Lakers got to be embarrassed today.
Yeah,
Lose to UConn?
Yeah, I mean,
They're the Lakers.
It's not a good look, and you got the feeling, and I get the Lakers won with LeBron, and that was the bubble year, right?
Yeah.
You also had the asterisk year, but like, it seemed even like 3 or 4 years ago, like LA was still the place to be, right? Like LeBron was there, obviously, the rich tradition. If you're a free agent, you want to go play with LeBron and the Lakers. I get the vibe that those days are gone. Like, LA isn't the market that we think. I would almost say that people would want to go play more in New York than they do, like, with the Knicks, not obviously Brooklyn, with the New York Knicks than the Lakers.
Yeah,
I think we're to that point.
I agree with
Well,
that.
whoever saw that coming.
True.
Yeah. So, like, okay, so last thing. So you think JJ Redick then, or what's the next move now? Because you're already a little embarrassed.
I think JJ Redick's intriguing, but you got to wait till after the finals now because he's announcing.
He's announcing.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's like a superstar. Like, I don't think it's a big time name. I think it's a JJ Redick outside the box type thing.
And then, okay, one more question, and I swear I'm done. Are they going to get Bronny James then? Because, there's been speculation that if Bronny James, wherever he goes, LeBron's going to try to go to as well.
I mean,
Like,
the only way they don't is if somebody just jumps the gun and picks him before the Lakers pick. Because, like, he's not helping you. Like, if you're an NBA team, he's not helping you.
The guy's averaging less than 5 points a game his first year.
So somebody will probably jump the Lakers and pick him just to see what happens.
Okay.
But, like, if you're actually trying to win in your basketball team, you don't pick Bronny James. So,
Well, but don't you pick him to try to get LeBron James as well? Like, that's trying to win.
You do.
But now how many years do you have of that?
I mean, you do to an extent because, like, okay, so if the New Orleans Pelicans pick Bronny, he ain't going to New Orleans. He's like, I'll play against him sometime.
Sure.
But, like, if you're Phoenix and you pick him, you can't pay LeBron. So just to get LeBron, you pick his kid, okay, great, he wants to go there, fine. Just to get him, you got to get rid of Durant or Booker. Like,
For sure. Which would probably be Durant.
I think it's like a delicate thing, like who has the money and the capability to
take it on.
to do both things at the same time and be a city that LeBron be like, yeah, I go there.
But also, But the CKC, like, I don't know. See, this is where I'm at, though. I think if you're trying to draft Bronny James and you're trying to, like, reach above everybody else to get him, you can't be a team that's, like, trying to rebuild. Like, you have to be a team that's essentially on the doorstep of going to a championship.
Yeah.
Because you don't have the time or the equity built up to say, hey, LeBron, we'll bring you in for we'll bring Bronny in, maybe get you your best for like 3 years, and then you're probably out of the league. Like, that turnaround isn't going to help teams at all.
Right.
So it's got to be a team that's like on the doorstep right now.
The only one that makes sense is Oklahoma City. But you think LeBron James is going to live in Oklahoma City?
What about the Knicks? I like the Knicks already. Like,
yeah.
What is?
And the other part of this is like they're not just going to let him go. Like you're going to have to acquire LeBron, right?
Oh, I know. Yeah. So then they're going to want like Jalen Brunson.
Yeah,
or so. I know.
So, I think it's messy.
It's messy, and once again, I think props to Hurley for wanting to stay.
I agree.
Especially in the world of college coaching where you're always chasing that top dollar. You don't necessarily always have the student athlete's best interest in mind. You're trying to pad the pockets a little bit.
Yep.
And Dan Hurley says, no, I'm staying. Like, that should be commended. That should be celebrated. I'm not sure what his contract looks like at Connecticut. Not even close to what he could be making in LA.
Right.
But I respect the guy who sticks to his guns. I respect the guy who stays loyal, and Dan Hurley's an OG for that.
He is.
So props to him, man. Sorry, Lakers fans. Better luck down the road, I guess.
Mm-hmm. At least shout out to Florida Panthers.
Shots fired. Ariana Grande probably has more followers than the Lakers do. Which, ooh.
Oh, she probably does.
You think so? The Lakers, we said like Lakers are up there with like Manchester United. I feel like
but
New York
like
Yankees.
The people that have been Lakers fans for like 60 years.
It's a pop star.
They got 12 million.
12 million. Yep. Ariana Grande 371 million. Yeah.
She's mid right now.
She's not mid anything. It's Ariana Grande. Show some respect when we get back here.
No respect.
Touch on some other sports as well.
Oh, she did put out new music. Okay.
She has new music, man. She's always got new music. It's pop music, man.
It's mid though.
Kasey, I don't know why you're such a hater. Like, listen, pop music isn't my thing.
Really?
But really. Go figure. But I still respect like talent, and she's talented. Did you ever watch her TV show?
Victorious?
No, didn't she? It was her and another girl. I thought.
Sam and Cat?
Is that what it was? I don't know.
She's on both of those shows.
Okay, yeah.
Neither of them were hers though.
Okay, well, Sam and Cat. Did you ever watch that?
No.
That's not with your youth?
No, I watched Victorious.
Okay.
But she was like a mid character. That was the Victoria Justice show.
All right. Well, when we get back, we're going to Austin, Texas, because the NIL deals and college recruiting. Look, listen, I said I'm all for it, Kasey. It's officially become ridiculous, and now I'm wondering what the hell are we doing in terms of recruiting. We got that, and I think also Kasey has an interview that maybe you want to share with the people if we got some time. Do we got some time? We'll see.
It's gonna be tight.
We'll see. See if we can fit it in. Next here on the Austen and Kasey Summertime Spectacular.
It's a new logo, new branding. With Bold City Heating and Air, it's an old school approach. One of the few locally owned and operated air conditioning businesses left in Jacksonville.
It's hot, Florida in the summer. You can't do much to avoid it, but you can keep cool with Bold City Heating and Air.
It's every customer counts kind of service, from when these trucks have pulled up to my home over the last couple of years and when they pull into your driveway as well. From communication to pricing to the actual service, everyone at Bold City Heating and Air cares about you. You know who is coming to your house. You know they will be well trained, and they will respect your home. Air conditioning convenience at boldcityac.com.
Stay cool while it gets hot. Bold City Heating and Air can help. Don't get caught sweating all summer. boldcityac.com, and they have financing to help. New systems starting at $110 a month and $50 off any repairs.
Stay safe, stay comfortable with Bold City Heating and Air at boldcityac.com. Homegrown in your hometown.
A home doubleheader for the Fleet results in a rivalry win and a solid performance against a nationally ranked foe at Southern Oaks Stadium. On Saturday, the girls in blue faced off against WPSL Power, the West Florida Flames, and the Armada women were up to the task. Chloe Chivers provided this blast from a free kick 35 yards out to equalize early and help the ladies earn a 1-1 draw.
I hit it with power, whip, and venom, as Garfield said.
Friday night, the men welcomed in Old Foe New Orleans, but it was not a warm welcome as Tommy Krasanovich's squad earned a 3-1 victory over the Jesters. Oliver Moeller-Jensen provided a nifty header in the opening minutes, and a pair of second-half penalties proved to be the difference in an Armada win.
We just played together for each other, especially in the last minutes.
This weekend, it'll be another doubleheader on the campus of JU, with the men playing Saturday at 7 and the ladies Sunday at 2. Get your tickets at JacksonvilleArmada.com.
In Northeast Florida, we love hanging out on the back patio, maybe grilling out lunch or dinner with the family, enjoying the good weather, or maybe enjoying the big game on the TV. Or maybe your favorite team in town, the Action Sports Jacks team. This is great, except for when it's really hot or the bugs start coming out. But what if you didn't have to worry about that? Titan Outdoor Solutions will make your outdoor area a comfortable spot, any time of the day, any time of the year. This makes too much sense. Titan Outdoor Solutions can give your home an upgrade. Customized pergolas, awnings, controlled shade, even retractable screens. The solution to beating the heat and the bugs and getting more use out of your home is Titan Outdoor Solutions. And this can even help prevent storm damage at your home. Living in Florida and living in your home is already good. Now make it great. Quality products, custom work, locally owned and operated. Visit TitanShuttersAndScreens.com or call 904-484-7580.
Hey everyone, Olivia Tasley here from Action Sports Jacks to tell you all the different ways you can watch our new 24/7 network. 3 easy steps. You don't even need a pen and paper to write it down. Step number 1, download the app. Search Action News Jacks in your app store, either on your phone or your smart TV. Then, once you're on the app, click on that little drop-down menu in the upper left-hand corner with the 3 little lines. That'll show you these options, and boom, right here, click Action Sports Jacks 24/7, and you will be brought to our continuous stream channel. That app can be accessed through all these different platforms, whether you have Roku, Fire TV, Smart TV, Apple TV, or Google TV. You can find our app. Now, if you don't have access to the app, don't worry, we still got you covered. We're across all social media platforms, from Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, Twitch. We have a podcast channel. Plus, check out our short reels on our TikTok. Action Sports Jacks 24/7. It's on all the time and everywhere.
It's the place we party in football season with Jaguars All Access.
Welcome to Spring Sports Brewery, everybody. Say hello to our guest tonight. That is Trevor Lawrence.
You can bring your party or event to Spring Sports Brewery in Springfield any day and any time. Rehearsal dinners, corporate events, birthdays. Here at Strings, you can enjoy the inside area and the outside area. Good for any weather, good for any occasion. Watch the games, play the games, shoot some hoops. Beer? Yeah, they have that. Plenty of choices. And sure, this is a brewery, but Strings is also a restaurant, and the food is fantastic. A full menu made from scratch meals. And if you need String Sports Brewery to help with a party at your place, they cater too. Family, beer, food, sports. Spring Sports Brewery in Springfield.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
Welcome back to Austen and Kasey Summertime Spectacular. Brent Martineau on the road, on vacation in LA. Is he in LA right now? He's going to LA next? We haven't established.
I'm going to look at a map of California, and then I'm going to make a guess.
But he is in California visiting some of the ballparks. I think he's actually going to end his trip, if I'm not mistaken, in Chicago at Wrigley, I believe.
I didn't hear that at all.
Yeah, because
I heard Rhode Island.
Oh, okay. Well, I think he'll be in Chicago as well, because if I remember correctly, when we were at Furniture Source, the manager, shout out to Furniture Source, the manager, Will, grew up in Chicago. A little, like, kind of where I was born and everything. So we were talking a little bit about the Cubs and stuff, and Brent asked where the best pizza places to go get get a big thing of deep dish pizza. So me and Will both agreed, Luminati's, hands down, call them Lou's. Giordano's is more of like the traditional, like the, what would you say? Like the, it's more like it's like the more popular, well-known spot.
It's like the touristy thing.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's a touristy thing, but all the real diehards know that Lou's is the place to get your deep dish pizza. So I think Brent will be going to Chicago as well to see a Cubs game.
So it looks like, in terms of the map, that his next stop would be Los Angeles from San Francisco. Now he may go see nature. There apparently is a national park. It's unlikely.
Yeah.
He could stop in San Jose. Oh, irrelevant franchise alert. San Jose Sharks.
No, see, I got love for San Jose Sharks. Shout out to Joe Pavelski, who actually just announced his retirement.
I like him. They're irrelevant, though.
You like Joe Pavelski? Well, he was with the Stars. Well, he was with the Stars.
No. I'm in like the Sharks. I like the Sharks as a kid because of the logo.
Oh, okay.
But they're irrelevant.
But no, okay. I think the more relevant team though in California is the Kings, because I remember when the Kings won.
L.A. though. Huh?
Their parade was just like non-existent.
Yeah.
You know, like, they were relevant when they got Gretzky. Like that was crazy. Imagine, like, because we weren't around that time yet.
No.
Casey, like I might have been a baby, or I might have been like super young. I don't remember it. Like when Gretzky goes from Edmonton, who had all the history, won all the Stanley Cups, and then he goes to L.A.
Yep.
That's almost like Messi in his prime.
Going to Inter Miami.
going to Inter Miami, you know? Like, so.
By the way, the LA Kings 1.1 million followers.
Okay, Sharks?
834,000, which is about double the Florida Panthers.
Yeah, okay. So. Well, that's fair. But also LA obviously is LA. All right, so we kind of teased about this a little bit. NIL, Casey, I'm not sure if you've been aware of this, but NIL has been taking over college sports.
Heard about it.
Yeah, you might have heard about it a little bit. I missed out on it too.
Yeah, you're actually good too. That's
and I've had these conversations with myself where if I was around during the NIL time at Murray State, what are we talking about? Maybe a couple, $200 gift cards to Walmart. Maybe.
Was there a spot? Like, is there a spot near Murray State, like food or anything that's like I would do their ad?
Oh, so get this. There was a place called Martha's Kitchen.
Martha's Kitchen.
And they had the A-Train burger.
Get out.
Yeah. Now.
On purpose?
It
had nothing to do with you. Okay.
No. Hey, how many First of all,
what you made it sound like?
No. It was actually named after Anthony Thomas, the Michigan running back who played at Chicago.
That's believable.
Might have been Rookie of the Year.
That's believable.
No. It was named after me. But when I say I had no input, what they did was, okay, this kid's from Wisconsin, so it was a grilled cheese sandwich on top of a cheeseburger. So, like, a whole lot of carbs, a lot of bread.
That's not in for you, but
I mean, it was delicious. But like, imagine like a grilled cheese sandwich.
Oh yeah,
and then another bun or like another thing of toast, and then a burger, and then another piece of toast.
Okay.
So it's way too much bread.
A lot of bread.
A lot of bread. Way too much bread.
No such thing as too much bread.
Oh, this is too much bread.
Thing.
This is too much
on a
bread.
Sandwich, yeah, that's probably a little bit too much.
On a burger,
like a foot.
It wasn't even a sandwich. It was a burger. Yeah, it was
tall?
huge.
Yeah, no, it's too much.
It was huge. But
big bread.
So yeah, needless to say, I would have endorsed them. But yeah, Murray State, more of a basketball school. But hey, make no mistake about it, the recruiting class is now at the transfer portal. They're doing some things, Casey, at Murray State University. But I want to shift the focus to Austin, Texas. Hook 'em, if you will. We have a video here of some recruits pulling up to the University of Texas.
Ain't no way.
What is this? Oh, it looks like a Lamborghini. There's another Lamborghini.
That was orange.
One more Lamborghini. There's another Lamborghini. Whole lot of Lamborghinis.
Huh. Look at that.
What are we doing?
Good for those kids.
Well, I don't think I'm sure some of those kids, I'm sure a lot of those kids on that team now can probably afford to buy one. I just think this was like, hey, a welcome to Texas. Maybe they got to ride in them.
Whoa!
Yeah, they get convertibles and everything. And maybe the recruits got to drive them around a little bit. How insane is this, Casey?
Don't ignore the G-Wagon in the
That's what I was saying.
The G...
And the Escalade.
The G... You guys have so much to learn. You guys do realize that the G-Wagon is like the most overrated, overpriced vehicle in the history of man.
But if someone was going to give me one for free, I wouldn't.
I mean, no, I'm definitely taking
no.
one too. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to. Hey, I'm not going to turn it down, guys. I'm just
Even
saying.
the Urus. I think every Lamborghini here is overrated.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm going to spend that much money on a sports car, like go ahead and give me like a Porsche. I'm not going to get a Lamborghini.
Oh yeah, like a 911 GT2 RS or something. That's
okay. Making the daytime
GT3 RS, whatever.
Look at
anything
this,
but a Lamborghini.
Could you imagine?
Man of taste.
Could you imagine Nick's walking up to you in his car, and well, not up to you, but the car's sitting there.
I mean, he does every day. Wow.
No. So the car,
okay,
you got your dream car, right? You're sitting there, and like people are looking at it, and Nick walks up and just pulls the keys out of like his man purse that he spent $90 on. People be like, "What the heck? This guy? This guy?
This the guy?"
The guy.
But Casey, you're
Go Good for those kids.
Your thoughts, though? I mean,
That's wild. It's cool.
I mean, it's cool. Like, I mean, listen, and I know I'm about to be the get off my porch kind of guy. Do we really need to showcase 25 Lamborghinis in a parking lot to try to get recruits to come to your college? Like, shouldn't the fact that you're the University of Texas be enough? No.
No, I mean, I'll tell you who's not doing it. Probably everybody else. Like, if you go, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you're a bad example, but I guess I'll use me.
Yep.
If I go.
No, come on, man.
If I go to Texas and they've got all the cars just lined up, and I'm just that exact scenario, and then I go to Oklahoma.
Okay.
And there's no cars.
All the wagons.
Yeah, the wagons are lined up. I'll be like, gonna take my talents to Texas.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
But like, if you're a kid, like, okay, number one, those aren't your cars. So what? You just think, okay, cool, wow, they can afford to have a lot of sports cars outside of their that's the deciding factor.
Wagons.
Go to a car show or something. Then I don't know, like what, like if you
but
really
the idea that this could be mine.
I guess, yeah, but like I feel like at any high caliber, expensive like football school, you realize that it could be a possibility with NIL now. It's like, I mean, listen, if my son chooses to play football one day, and he's a big Oregon fan, so I'm gonna need to see some Oregon cars and stuff like that, because right now we're leaning towards Texas, if we're being honest.
There we go. See?
Yeah. But no, if I'm with my son, because parents go to recruiting trips as well and everything, and like obviously my recruiting experience going to D2 schools was a lot different than what
there were no cars.
No. Zero cars. Nope. I had my 96 Cadillac DeVille. That was about it.
Nice.
I'm not sure what, like, I don't know, man. I just, like, I'm picturing myself being a parent walking with my son through all this and be like, man, this is overkill, but okay. Like, I get it. That's what the youth is all about these days, but I don't know, man. I see those Lamborghinis. I'm just like, this is what the world of recruiting is now, huh?
Yeah.
Like,
because what else? I guess my argument there would be, what else is like
a staple?
A staple.
Yeah, I mean,
the coach will leave.
I know. Education, who cares, right? Yeah, it's the world we live in.
I mean, just to be real.
No, I'm being real. I'm being real.
If you're at that level and Texas wants you to play football there, yes, the education.
No,
is
listen.
there.
If you're gonna pull in $200,000 at least a year to be a starter on the Texas football team, you think I really care about a diploma to showcase in an office one day?
200,000?
Nobody cares. Maybe more than 200. I mean, I'm
These
sure
guys are close to seven-figure contract.
Oh, I mean, I was talking like punters and stuff.
Oh,
Nick in the daytime. Yeah, I mean, I know
100,000.
I know Manning hasn't even thrown a ball yet in a game, and he's making.
Those are his
whatever he's
cars,
making.
actually. They asked him to line up his stuff.
Those are all his
They're like,
cars.
Arch, line it up.
Peyton, Eli, Arch, all of them.
Man, all right. Well, let's go ahead and take our last break of the day, Nick. We'll come back. We'll put a bow on the show. Yeah, man, got to put those Lambos in the parking lot. You know what I'm saying, Case? Got to pay those bills.
I've been here for years. I ain't seen one.
New to town or always been in town, everyone is always looking for a good pizza place. Our place is Donato's Pizza. We love it and still do love it. When I tell my family I'm coming to Donato's, they say, wait a minute, you got to order some for us. So this is not all for me. Let me tell you what the Martinos get when we put an order in. Well, pepperoni pizza, we usually get more than one of these. And then there's the works, a little bit of everything. And then this is the pizza that can be polarizing for some out there. I don't know why. Hawaiian pizza, some love it, some don't. At Donato's, you're gonna love it, especially with that cinnamon sprinkled on top. Try the pizza my family likes or try your favorite. Right now, you can use the code BRENT20 and get 20% off your order. Every viewer and listener is important to us, and at Donato's Pizza, every piece is important. From fresh ingredients to the dedicated team members and you, the valued customer. Donato's Pizza, where every piece comes together for a winning combination. Jax Beach and Mandarin locations, Donato's Pizza, every piece is important.
People helping people. It's at the core of what Alive Credit Union is all about, and it's been that way for over 70 years. From 1954 to 2024, the mission remains to inspire financial wellness and give you a financially fit lifestyle. Alive Credit Union and its employees are committed to not only serving their valued members, but also our community here in Northeast Florida. That commitment includes a partnership with the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 team as the presenting sponsor of all Armada men's and women's broadcasts this summer. Action Sports Jacks and Alive Credit Union, a partnership that just makes sense when it comes to covering Northeast Florida. Alive Credit Union's commitment to our community also involves serving the financial needs of our first responders through the recent merger partnership with City and Police Federal Credit Union. Join the community and become a member of Alive Credit Union today. Find out the many ways you can be inspired in financial wellness at alivecu.coop.
Burgers or breakfast, you can get it all at Whataburger. Try something new on the menu or an all-time favorite like the Whataburger Patty Melt.
And now you can have breakfast here at Whataburger 12 hours a day, 11 p.m. until 11 a.m. Menu items like the bacon taquito, sausage taquito, honey butter chicken biscuit. Whether you work the late night shift, just want a snack early in the morning to get your day started, or a little pick-me-up late in the morning, 12 hours a day, breakfast served, 11 p.m. until 11 a.m.
A dozen locations in Jacksonville. You can order pickup or delivery and download the Whataburger app. New rewards members get free Whataburger items when placing their first online order. Just download the app. And for us coffee drinkers, Whataburger has all new hot coffee and iced coffee too. Satisfy that coffee craving at Whataburger 24/7, and it comes in a variety of flavors. Burgers, breakfast, coffee, and so much more. Whataburger, just like you like it.
What started out as better people, better projects just keeps getting, well, better. That's Better Exterior Solutions, ready to help you create a better outdoor experience. Check this out. Motorized pergolas are the latest in technology to transform your outdoor space. Beautiful day? Let the sun shine through. Summer rainstorm? These pergola systems close automatically to keep the weather out. From residential to commercial uses, Better Exterior Solutions has products customized to meet virtually any existing architectural structure. With retractable awnings, screens, and hurricane shutters too, if you want unparalleled quality and expertise, you need Better Exterior Solutions. Get a free estimate by visiting betterexteriors.com or calling 904-902-4999. Better Exterior Solutions. Experience better.
We all have our favorite spots in town to eat, drink, and have a good time. And once in a while, we try a new spot. This new spot will soon become your favorite spot. It's 1937 Spirits and Eatery in San Marco. Where else can you get unicorn fish? It was really good. They have local fresh seafood. Try a terrific burger or a Jack's Hot Chicken sandwich. The ambiance is perfect for any occasion.
The idea here is to have fun, have a good time. Whether you're chilling out on the couches, cozying up to the bar, having lunch or dinner, it's a throwback experience. 1937, when going out to dinner was like going to a party. They even have a photo booth. Who doesn't like a good photo booth?
We recently brought the entire team out to try it, and everyone said, I'm bringing my significant other here to try it as well. The new spot becomes your favorite spot. Make 1937 Spirits and Eatery in San Marco your new favorite spot.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
Welcome back to, the Austen and Kasey, Summertime Spectacular, whatever. I don't understand what Ariana Grande did to warrant so much hate between breaks.
She's mid.
Okay, man. And once again,
very mid.
There you go.
You guys are
There you
okay.
go.
Well, first of all, it's not for you. It's not for me either. It's not for us. You guys get that, right?
For sure.
You guys understand?
Yeah, I'm with
But you still can't respect the voice and respect the talent.
The talent's fine.
But
she's talented. There's no doubt.
Sure.
But here we're gonna champion Jelly Roll like he's like one of the Avengers or something. Like he's that legit.
He is the Hulk. What?
He's big as the Hulk. Yeah, I got it.
What
do I say? He's a big dude. And so is the Hulk. I don't. Kasey.
Yes.
I want to go one day on a show that we do together where we don't bring up Jelly Roll and how infatuated you seem to be with him.
I didn't bring him up today.
And then to make matters worse, Nick in the Daytime, which has been roasted in the first half of the segments when we talked about his purchasing habits and spending far too much on a European chest
shoulder
backpack. Nonetheless, then Nick in the Daytime brings up Jelly Roll.
Yeah,
as well.
Quality.
Now, Nick, your thoughts.
I've been sitting on that one the entire show.
There you go.
Nick, your thoughts of Jelly Roll.
the music itself lyrically has more weight than anything Ariana Grande has ever made.
There you go.
Now, she sells well because it's good pop music, and I get it, but it's just pop music.
You don't feel anything.
I don't get
Jelly Roll.
emotion from anything
no
she's
feel.
ever made.
It's just Jelly Roll.
No, it's not.
That's no such thing.
Dude does a couple months in a white collar security prison, and now we gotta
Minute show.
and now we gotta cater. You're like, oh, this guy's stories is watch American Idol if you want a good story with a singer.
I did.
Okay, was he an American
It
Idol?
was never that great there.
Or
No,
not?
okay. He was one of the like coaches or something.
Jelly Roll was?
He was like a mentor or something. One of the
Jelly Roll was?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
He's
That's
loved,
I guess.
bro. Everybody loves him.
Yeah, I get it. It's a great story and everything. You have YB400 going, who's Jelly Roll? I guarantee he knows who Ariana Grande is, okay? And there's my point once again. You guys think Jelly Roll is the biggest thing ever, and I'm telling you right now, on a Tuesday, that he's not as big as you guys think he is. Okay? He's niche. He's got his group. You guys fall into that group, but there's more artists out there. Okay? Now, Kasey, I know you're going to cry and you're going to have a conversation. You're getting ready to punch me in the face.
We're about
fine.
to run out of time in the show.
Okay. Well, we'll talk about it tomorrow then. But Jelly Roll, we're all good. And he does know Ariana Grande. I'm Austin Lane. That's Kasey Kurtz. Nick pushing all the right buttons. It's been another Austen and Kasey Summertime Spectacular. Shout out to Ariana Grande and your Florida Panthers. See ya.